All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are now live here at Owensville High School for tonight's matchup of the Owensville Dutchgirls versus the St. Francis Borgia Knights. I want to take a quick moment here to give a shout out to our sponsor, Bag 'em and Tag 'em. Thank you for sponsoring this, Jake Kelling with Bag 'em and Tag 'em. You can go to Bag 'em and Tag 'em for all of your outdoor needs. Make sure you look them up on Facebook. They do have a Facebook page. We are excited to have them as a sponsor. Real quick, they're getting ready to start the JV basketball game here. We got a crew tonight, and I'm pretty sure the entire crew that I have, none of them have done a broadcast before. Tyler Menz, if you could do me a favor real quick, will you just make a loop around the basketball court and let them know to be just a little bit closer to the wall? I think Jansen's probably good. Jansen might want to be a little bit closer to Noah, the thing on the wall, and Ethan might want to be a little bit more diagonal back, closer to the wall. Got some new crew on the floor tonight, running the floor cams that you see. Right now, Ethan's got his cam posted up on the video board, and then Jansen Leb has his cam posted up right now on the girls' bench. So, I see Tyler Menz. Zoom in on him real quick, Kylan. Tyler, he's my guy that I just sent to run and let the guys on the floor know where to put the cameras. So he's helping us out. That's Jansen Leb there on the camera. Tyler Menz right there is going to be running the video switcher that I'm working on right now. So he'll have his hands on this. I've got Kylan Menz up here with me. He's running the camera in the sky. Kylan, you could zoom in a little bit on that. Tip-off goes to the Borgia Knights. And it looks like they're going to get an easy attempt there, but aren't able to hit the layup. I've got Hunter Bombach. He's working the scoreboard for me tonight. So remember, stay patient with us as we get started here. But we are officially underway. I know a lot of the Dutch girls on the squad, but I'm not super familiar with anyone from Borgia. I do have some information in regards to how Borgia has done this year and how Owensville Varsity has done this year, but we'll get to that shortly. Kylan, I think you can zoom in a little bit here. So zoom in. I'll tell you when to stop. A little more. I think that's the shot right there. Maybe right there. So the corner, yeah, there you go. That corner, you always want to be able to have that corner and shot too. So once it gets down here, Kylan, you can actually pretty much just post up right there. And until it starts going back down the court, then you don't have to move it until then. All right. So now you got to move it down the court, though. Perfect, perfect. Looks like we're up to 11 viewers right now, so we had some people that were watching early on to get in here. See that Abby Colascio, freshman for the Dutch Girls, is inbounding here. Gets a good inbound pass to look like Cameron Ryerson, but unable to get the bucket to fall. Borgia dribbler there ends up with a little bit of an erratic ball, unable to get under control, able to retain possession and dish it off to a teammate. Abby Colascio, freshman for the Dutch Girls, brings the ball up the court as the Dutch Girls look to set up their offense. Kylan, you can leave it there. You don't have to move it back, really. Right there is probably good until it starts going back down the court. All right, I'm going to jump on YouTube myself here, see what the quality of our stream is like. As always, for any viewers that are at home, as the Dutch Girls get the shot off, it looks like that was Kylie Reed. If you notice anything in the broadcast that you feel like would be helpful for us to know, then please let us know. The Borgia Knights currently lead by a score of 2-0 with 5:03 left to go here in the first.
Sorry, I thought it was on the 1 point.
Looks like we got a foul. Maybe was it out of bounds? I'm not 100% sure. I believe Coach Kemp is going to be joining us on the mics later too, so it won't just be me. So Tyler Menz, this would be a good time while they're bringing it up the court. This is a cool angle to go to during that. But once they settle in, you really want to be on this shot so we can see the play develop. Looks like we got a foul on the floor here. It's going to stay with the Dutch Girls. Foul looked to be on number 13 for Borgia. Number 13 for Borgia. Looks to be Addison Pale. Abby Q inbounding the ball here for the Dutch girls. Cameron Ryerson goes up with the shot, unable to get it to fall. Borgia works it back up the floor. Able to get that bucket to extend the lead to 4-0 here in the early going. Abby Colascio works the ball up the floor. Right now on the floor for the Dutch girls, we've got Piper Kelling. She's at the top of the point right now. Cameron Ryerson, as a jump ball is called. Kylie Reed, Cabrin Kelly, and Abby Colascio. I'm going to imagine Abby Colascio is probably running the 1 or the point for the Dutch girls, as I believe she's their main ball handler, as Cameron Ryerson's able to get the bucket, start things off for the Dutch girls here. Dutch girls fight back here to make it a 4-2 score with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the first quarter. Dutch girls set up here with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3-ball. Cameron Ryerson tries to find the open girl. Decides to take it in herself, draws the foul, is going to get to the line. Cameron Ryerson is a sophomore here, returning from last year's state qualifying team as well. What a ride that had to have been, a freshman coming to high school first year. And honestly, last year we did not have enough girls to have a JV team. We actually haven't had a JV team for the last 3 or 4 years. So it's awesome to get to see more girls coming out and playing this year and being a part of it. So very, very happy to see that. And she gets both the free throws to fall. She has all 4 points for the Dutch girls at this point. The Dutch girls have tied it up here against rival Borgia. Now, for anybody watching at home, you probably know that Borgia is not a conference school, not a Four Rivers conference school. But people in Owensville definitely consider this to be a rivalry as Borgia gets that bucket to go, takes the lead. Sorry, I took a break there to check the stream here. It looks like the audio sounds good. Again, any of the viewers at home, if you notice any imperfections in the audio or the quality of the stream, please just jump in the chat and let me know. All you have to do to be able to chat is hit that subscribe button. You hit subscribe, and then you can join us in the chat. And honestly, we love to hear from the chat. It gives us some more to talk about during the game. Right now, you've only got me, so engage with me, talk with me. Abby passes the ball around, tries to feed it down to Abby Colascio, unable to get it. But we've got a good bounce there to Campbell Schulte, working it back into Cameron Ryerson. She's going to come up a little bit short on that as the Borgia Knights are able to tip that thing back in and work it up the court themselves. Borgia 42 is going to draw the foul. That is Essence Escueda. That's going to be a shooting foul, so she's going to go to the line. Got an awesome shot down here on the floor coming from senior Jansen Lev. He's one of the boys' basketball players, bit of a sharpshooter. Better? Sorry about that, guys. I had my phone on, so if you were hearing a bit of an echo, probably my fault. Also, I will say that we had this issue with our last stream. Early in the stream, we had a little bit of a lag, but then once the stream got going, it settled down. So for anybody that's with us here in the early going, please have patience. I do believe that it will get smooth just like it's supposed to be as the night goes on. So that is the same thing we had earlier this week as Campbell Schulte gets a 3 off and gets it to fall. Campbell Schulte with her first high school 3 on her home floor, as this is the Dutch girls' first home game of the season. Campbell Schulte, a freshman here at OHS. As the Dutch girls are now in a tie ball game against Borgia. Cabrin Kelly's got the ball. She works it up to Abby Colascio as the Dutch girls try to set the offense up, and that's going to be picked off by number 5, Leah Hun. Borgia looks to set up and try to regain the lead here now as it's the Dutch girls have battled back to make it an even 7-7 ball game. Borgia's going to draw the foul here. That is number 5, Leah Hunt, and she's going to make her way to the free throw line, drawing the shooting foul. Borgia located in Washington, Missouri. Private school just down the road, 45 minutes. Leah able to get the first one to fall. Looks like we might have a violation there. I think she may have stepped on or over the line on the free throw attempt. Automatically doesn't count, but Borgia nonetheless has a lead now 8-7 as the Dutch girls work it down the court here with their point guard, Abby Quilaccio. Working out to Shea Abernathy, who's now on the floor for the first time this game. Gets it over to Cameron Ryerson, who I think has her pass intercepted. Love to see the cheerleaders out here early for the JV game tonight in support of the girls. Got a great JV or a great cheerleader squad this year as well. Gonna have a foul. That's gonna be another shooting foul against the Dutch girls. It's gonna send number 42, Essence Escueda, to the line. Also, as I'm looking at the roster here, this is very interesting to me. I would have to ask somebody on this, but there's all these girls listed, and then it says partner school, and it looks like there's a lot of girls from different schools here. Tyler, are you seeing this the same way I am? Oh, you want some mic privileges there, Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and talk, Hunter.
Did you not hear me yelling, asking for my privileges?
I think you're 2. I'm still trying to find you, Hunter. Talk.
I got yapping
There you
to do. Let me yap.
Okay. So let me get you in here. Now you can probably hear me a little bit better as well.
Turn me down.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking at their roster here, Hunter, and to me it looks like I'm not understanding. It says their names, their year, their height, their position, but then it says partner school. And then under partner school, we've got New Haven Middle School, St. Gertrude, Our Lady of Lourdes, Holy Infant. But I know New Haven has their own basketball team, so I'm going to do some digging on this. I'm not sure what that actually means, but regardless, they have a lot of players that have different school names by them.
Interesting.
Borgia scores another basket right there in the paint. Make it a 13-3 Borgia lead.
Jesus.
Looks like we've fallen behind just a little bit here. I apologize if you ever hear me take the mic. I've got a little bit of cough right now. I don't have a fever. I don't have any of that, but I've just got some cough coming from my upper chest. Hunter had to hear that a few times in class today. Abby Quilaccio works it in and then dishes it out to Shea Abernathy, who puts the shot up, unable to get it to fall, and Borgia comes away with the rebound. Borgia works it up the floor. Essence Escueda again to 24, who's a little bit long on the 3 ball. Campbell Schulte tried to jump that pass, but wasn't quite able to get there. Layup not able to go. No call on that last shot attempt, as we're going to go into the second quarter now with a score 13-7 in favor of the Dutch girls. I'm going to take this time now. We're going to see our scoreboard, our camera guy here. He's going to switch around to different cameras on the floor. Also, Kyle, this is a great time. You can zoom in on people in the crowd. You can zoom in at the scorers table. And actually, Kylan, if you could do me a favor, zoom in on that scorers table for me over there to Coach Dave. Those that are familiar with Owensville basketball might know that Bruce Penites was the voice on the PA speaker here for a long, long time. Well, this year is the first year without Bruce at that table, and now taking over as the voice of the Dutch Girls basketball program is going to be Mr. David Kopelman. David Kopelman, you might know if you've been watching our broadcast for a while. He was typically the person that was on mic with me broadcasting the games. Sad to lose him on the live broadcast, but I know he's been very excited to do the mic here in the PA system for the gym. I know he had some nerves. He was asking me about it, but he's going to do a fantastic job. Dave also drives the bus for the Dutch Girls basketball team. So Dave does not miss a Dutch Girls basketball game. He goes to all of them. What else we got going on in those other cams there, Mr. Mins? The floor cam down here, good shot of Owensville High School gymnasium.
Hey, T, you do know it's in favor of Borgia and not the Dutch Girls, like you said earlier, right?
Oh, did I say that?
Yes, you did. And I was waiting to cut you off, but I didn't.
Well, thank you for not cutting me off. But, yeah, that is correct. The Dutch Girls trail Borgia 13-7. So if I said it the other way earlier, that's my apologies.
Anyone watching at home, if you see the time keep moving, I'm trying to fix it, I swear.
We're going to give you a break. Lily Barker has checked into the game here. Lily's, I think that's Lily.
She's pretty good at what she does.
It's going to be out on the Dutch Girls. Borgia basketball heading back up the floor. Borgia inbounds it. Got a decent crowd already here at the Owensville Gymnasium. You can't really see the folks that are sitting in front of me, but we've got a lot of family. It looks like they're pouring in the early going for the JV game here. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what the turnout tonight is for the varsity game. I feel like, and I know that Kylan Mins does not have, he's got a headset on. He can hear me, but he's a little bit nervy to be on the old vocals. But Kylan, go ahead and shake your head. Does it make a difference to you whether there's a lot of crowd when you play, or does it not matter at all? Kylan says it doesn't bother him one way or the other, but I know that Coach Van Leer, he loves those big moments with a packed gymnasium. Just adds to the intensity of the game, as a great save there by Essence Escueda.
42 just went hard. That was awesome.
Yeah, she went for a ball that was going out of bounds, saved it, got it in, and then Borgia was able to draw another shooting foul to get to the line here for 2 shots. First one is not going to be good. What's Ethan Bruce's angle of this look like? I'll take one from here. Ethan could zoom in on that a little bit more, but you can still see everything. For you guys that are sitting here with me, I always like to try to fill this dead space. I would call this out here like dead space. So if he zoomed in more, he's filling out that dead space.
And she makes the shot.
Gets the second free throw to fall as the Borgia Knights now lead by a score of 16-7. Work it out to Piper Kelling, who gets the shot off, and it's going to be a little bit short. Dutch Girls are looking to try to get some buckets to fall here. Looks like Cabrin Kelly, number 20 for the Dutch Girls, comes down with the rebound there. Kylie Reed works it up the floor, tries to kick it out to Cameron Ryerson.
Even though you do the mic thing, you could still hear it every time.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably just start trying to mute myself again. It sounded strange earlier when I would mute myself because I didn't have another microphone on, but now that I have another microphone, they're still going to get that gym sound.
So what you're saying is I'm kind of the saving grace of your vocal performance on this fine night in history.
That's right. That's right. It's a really good thing that Barely Covered doesn't have a gig tonight, because there's no way I could sing anything. I'd be in the middle of a song and start hacking up a lung. For any of that doesn't know, I'm in a local cover band called Barely Covered. Shameless plug here.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It would be better if they could release something. Their last release was about this time last year.
So here's what you need to know, Hunter. We're a bunch of dads, right? And we only have so much time between our 9-to-5s, our family life.
Hey,
I'm pretty proud, though. We've released an album each of the last 2 years. So that's pretty big for us. That's tough. Tough to do.
I was going to compliment your music as a whole until you cut me off. And
oh, sorry.
Now you get no compliments.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Hey, Kylan, could you do me a favor? Zoom in on Coach O in the red shirt.
Coach!
Got a familiar face here in the house tonight. Coach Oakland-Foos, former math teacher, football coach, and athletic director here.
And new options.
And he also umpires a heck of a lot of baseball and softball games. Good to see Coach O in the house tonight. I think you can zoom back in just a little bit, Kylan. Got you off your normal zoom path there. Even a little bit more, probably. Use that gradual zoom at the top of that camera. Be easier to get where you want to be. We got a Borgia Knight there hitting the deck.
They are playing rough tonight, boys. They're playing rough tonight.
Feel right here. That's a zoom right there. There you go. So it's much more gradual when you do it like that. There you go. Perfect. So we got a jump ball again. We saw quite a few jump balls the other night. Also, you can take this to the second quarter. Saw quite a few jump balls the other night in the varsity basketball game. Dutchmen fell to Washington in varsity on Monday night, but they played a really hard-fought game. Started off pretty tight. Lily Barker works up the court, but she's going to be called for the travel. Started off pretty tight, but Washington was able to pull away. But Dutchmen never gave up that fight. Fought hard the entire night. Borgia number 30 now works it up the court, and that is Avery Langenberg, per my piece of paper here. Lily Barker gives it to Abby Colascio, who's going to get the and one as she gets the bucket to fall and draws the foul. So that might be the spark that the Dutch girls needed here in the early going. Taking the score to 9-16. You know what? We're going to try our first replay here in just a moment. I botched our replays up the other night because I changed how we were set up as Abby Q finishes that three-point play. As I changed how we were set up for a wrestling meet we had last week. But I think I've got it back under control. We'll see here in just a little bit. Got a foul on the floor here. No, it's a travel. Let's try that replay real quick. And it does work. Here we go. So you'll see that last bucket that the Dutch girls made. Gave that feed to Abby Colascio. She was able to get the bucket, and she got the and one. Unfortunately, when I do a replay, I typically only do them during timeouts because it's going to play like a full 15-second clip. That's just how it works. But we're back in action now as the Dutch girls get a three ball off, and looks like they had the right length, just weren't able to get it to fall. It's okay. We got a lot of help. Caden Carpenter from my Intro to TV Studio class just came up, willing to lend a hand and volunteer. But the good news is we got a full crew tonight. Very thankful for all the students that are willing to come help out. It's ouch. Borgia hits the deck. And actually, Caden, if you'd like, I do have a headset over here that is available. We wouldn't mind having some extra commentary during this JV game.
Sorry, guys. I've been really quiet during this.
If you want to sit on a stool over there, give you a little extra room here.
That is weird. All the partner schools are different.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that actually means. Can you hear us, Caden?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you hear me?
Yeah. It's good to have you on board here, Caden.
Yeah.
How was school for you today, man?
It's all right.
Anything exciting happen?
Nope.
What'd you have going on after school?
I had to film your videos, Mr. T.
Oh, we're working on a vlog project right now in our Intro to TV Studio class. You told me you were going to film it as if you were like a person that lived at Winter Park. Is that what you ended up going with?
Lower Park.
Lower Park. Is that what you did?
Yeah, but I think I might scratch it because it's pretty bad.
Oh, okay. Either Hunter or Caden, or honestly, Kylan. Actually, I like having... Kylan, if you're not going to talk for a while, would you mind handing that over to Coach Kemp? We've got a full house now.
Yep.
And, Coach, I'm going to have a question for you pretty much right off the bat here. If you can get that hoop in there, Kylan, that'd be good. Up a little bit higher, Kylan. There we go, there we go. So, Coach, take a look at Borgia's roster here. What the heck does partner school mean? Does that mean that their roster is made up from girls all over the place?
Yes. I'm starting to think of it like that.
I don't understand what else that would mean.
I would say so because it says partner school. You got New Haven, St. Gertrude, Lady of Lords, Richmond Heights, Say Vincent to Paul.
Scott Rasmussen, I see you in the chat. Miss getting to work with you, Scott. I hope all is well. Saw Scott the other day. He was ringing bells for the Salvation Army. Him and Linda were out there, so thanks for popping in, Scott, and thanks for saying hi. As Borgia has an air ball, but falls right to their player, and then they travel, so the bucket does not count. Dutch Girls trail 16-10. In our next stoppage of play, I'm going to take that piece of paper. I'm going to have Kylan Mins video us holding the paper so you guys can see what it is we're talking about. If anybody from Washington or Borgia is listening to this, and you guys know what that means, feel free to hop in the chat and let us know. So we've got a couple subscribers already this evening, so appreciate the people who hit that subscribe button. We've been trying to grow as much as we possibly can.
Did you say something about this place being a private school? Because that's what they could be doing. Getting girls from other schools and then coming back. Sorry, I thought that would work.
No, you can, yes, St. Francis Borgia is a private school, but I want to say, Coach Kemp, that last year, I don't know that they had like enough girls for a team, so maybe
that's why they're doing it this year.
I'm not sure.
For the whole.
But the thing that's really confusing to me is New Haven usually has their own team, but they have New Haven Middle School listed on there.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's a little weird that Borgia wouldn't be able to
build a basketball team?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't quite understand it, if I'm being 100% honest.
I'm trying to look it up right now on my phone.
Piper Kelling with a great steal down there, but is she going to get called for?
Yeah.
I don't.
They always do.
So Kylan with this spot, there you go. If you could pull out just a little bit so you can see the just beyond the three-point line there. There we go, right there. That's the shot right there. And then you really don't have to move once they're on this end of the court. You can just let the camera stay. Perfect. It's a good shot right there. Borgia works it around.
Maybe it's been too long since I've watched basketball, but it seems like the girls played a lot safer than the boys.
A lot safer?
Yeah, like they pass a lot more and try to get a lot closer. It seems like boys shoot a lot further away. They don't pass as much, you know what I mean?
Well, you might have a different take on that once you see our varsity girls play tonight, because we've got some girls that can really shoot with some distance. And Cameron Caldwell.
Oh, yeah.
They shoot the three ball a lot. You do have to remember that this is mostly a freshman squad, as Campbell Schulte tries to go up there. Gets a little bit of a block there, I would say. Ava Schulte tried to draw maybe a charge there, but was unable to get a call, as Borgia was able to get the bucket to fall, as they now lead 18-10. They kick it out to Campbell Schulte. She's double teamed, trying to get out of it. And it looks like it's going to be... It was either going to be a jump ball or... I'm not really... What do you call that foul?
They tie up.
I mean, he just... I'm not sure what the name of that foul is. Do what? It's a hold, Tylerman. Tylerman's. I got some basketball players from the boys team up here with me, so they're definitely going to be a lot more knowledgeable on the rules, calls, and such as that than I am.
Yeah, I got to go, Mr. T.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, Caden.
Give Tyler the mic. Tyler, please be on mics with us. It'll be so fun.
Well, actually, if Coach Kemp wants to give that headset back to Kylan, I do like Kylan to be able to hear us, so he can, if we have him zoom in on something, Coach Kemp can have this one. All right, Borgia works it up the floor here. Shoot the three, but unable to get that one to go. But the Dutch girls are not able to come away with a rebound, but that's all right because Borgia couldn't get a handle on it, and they lost it out of bounds. Coach, that gives you a little bit more room as well.
Yeah. Even gives me a stool here in a little bit. I like it.
Oh.
I'm still trying to look up.
I figured it out. We had somebody commented in the chat here for us. Adam Stewart says partner school. The school's listed as where they went to middle school, then they went and enrolled in Borgia High School.
Oh.
So that's where all of these kids went to middle school.
So where they were stolen from. Sounds good.
All right, that's going to make the score 20-12. We do try to run a neutral broadcast here, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a little bit of a rivalry with Borgia here in Owensville.
I was about to say, take me off the headset then.
It's one of those things where I've always said this. Whenever I taught in Bell, my first year teaching, I'm in my 9th year now, so I'm getting to be an old man. But in my first year teaching in Bell, Bell and Owensville are not in the same conference, but they're just right down the road from each other. And to Bell, that was a huge, huge rivalry game. As Borgia can't get the first one to go. I don't know that Owensville looks at it as big of a rivalry as Bell looks at it. And I think it's the exact same way with Owensville and Borgia. I think Owensville looks at Borgia as a huge rivalry for us, but I'm not sure Borgia thinks that we're as big of a rival to them as we think they are to us.
I'd say that's accurate.
I think that's fair. It's going to take us to halftime here as Borgia leads by a score of 21-12. Oh, I like that view. You can kind of see the points, what's going on here tonight. And we've got 10 minutes to kill, so this is the point of the evening where we will do some chatting here. We're also going to pull up some of the schedules here for both teams and give some of these guys a chance if they want to go to the concession stand, if they need to stretch their legs, take a break. You guys are more than free to do that until we come back. Or if you want to hang out with us too, that's perfectly fine. Coach Kemp, you had wrestling practice tonight?
We did. I'm looking down there right now at the girls coming on the floor for the varsity Borgia Knights for the girls, and some of them look very, very tall.
Kylan goes in to zoom in for us, and yeah, they got some tall girls. Now, remind me, Coach, I feel like last year Borgia didn't have like many girls basketball players or something.
So I did not see the game against Borgia last year.
You know what? I'm going to look this up on Misha real quick because now I'm curious. For some reason, I just feel like I remember that. Let's give this a shot. So, before we get into the varsity schedules and things like that, I will pull up. I guess I could also show you guys what I'm looking up here. For anybody that's at home that is curious as to how we get some of the information that we get, you can find all of this stuff on the Misha website. Put this on here so you can kind of see what I'm looking at here. I'm going to go to Borgia. You can look up any school this way. You guys are just now seeing what I'm looking at on our other monitor. The other monitor is usually what we use to keep track of the score, which is what Hunter has been doing for us. We'll go to girls basketball here, and what's really interesting is right off the bat, as I zoom in here, you'll see their first game, Coach Kemp. They won against a school called Rosati Kane. I don't even know what or where that is. But they won by a score of 63-9. Which that is a blowout to say the least. So Borgia's varsity comes in having only played one game. I guess this is their second game of the season. They did manage to play a jamboree, but we don't have any kind of results or who they played in that. Coach Kemp, have you ever heard of Rosati Kane?
I have not.
I wouldn't even begin to know where that's at. I'm guessing that's a private school as well. As you can see there, they play Owensville tonight. Owensville is 2-1, and it looks like Borgia hasn't played since last week on Monday or on
So it is Rosati Kane Academy. It is down off of Lindell Boulevard down in St. Louis, about 70 miles away.
70 miles away, okay. Coach Kemp, I'm going to turn it over to you. You can talk about some Dutch girls basketball. I've got a student that needs to talk to me about something. I'll pull up our schedule here if you have anything that you want to talk about that you know or you've seen so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back.
This is going to be the first basketball game that first girls basketball game this season that I have seen personally. I've seen some updates from previous games. How about you guys? You guys seen any girls games so far?
No.
No?
Tyler, if you don't say words instead of shaking your head.
Yeah, Tyler, we don't have a camera on us. We're not just on screen, man. We gotta say words. You gotta use your big boy words.
Just because you're moving the camera does not mean anything.
If you move that thing down towards your mouth, I could hear you through the headset. It's crazy. No? All right.
Coach Kemp, it looks like you got McDonald's before this. What'd you get?
I got a couple of McChickens, a large fry, and then I wanted a frozen Coke, but the frozen Coke machine supposedly is broken. So I had to settle for a regular Coke, which is fine, I guess.
You can ask Mr. T. He used to have this rule in his first hour class. We couldn't bring any drinks like that in. So just to spite him, I brought like the drink carrier, and I brought like 6 drinks in at once. Just to make him mad.
I mean, to be fair, there wasn't a hidden rule. That was
Yeah,
a
it's
school.
a school rule.
It's a school-wide rule. And also, he does have like 30 computers in his room, so probably doesn't want open unsealable lids hanging around in his classroom.
What on earth did I miss?
Hey, we were pretty safe. We only spilled a Monster once, and I think we spilled something else a couple times.
You talking about my classroom?
Yeah, last year during first hour.
Well, I've put a headset on for about 30 seconds, and I've got another student tapping me on the shoulder. I'll be right back.
Again, we rolled it down. We're good.
In case anybody doesn't know, Coach Arian is a very, very popular and in-demand person for all the things he does and knows about.
All right. Let's go back here. I'm going to get rid of this real quick. A couple things I want to say. Obviously, this is the Dutch girls' first home game since their state run last year. Coach Kemp, what was that state run like, in your opinion, and what you remember from it?
I remember getting to leave school multiple times to chaperone a pep bus to Mizzou Arena and to Aurora, yeah. And that was a lot of fun. Got to meet some kids that I don't necessarily see a whole lot. Got to talk to them and got to spend a lot of time watching some really good basketball played by our Owensville Dutchgirls.
Yeah, that's an understatement. It was quite a run. I'm pretty excited tonight's the first night playing at home, and they have a hype video that they'll run out to. And I used a lot of footage from whenever they were on that run in the hype video. So I think a lot of people will enjoy getting to see that. Some of the stuff that happened in Aurora, things like that, the crowd, the excitement. I've been watching basketball for a lot of years now, and I will say that that was probably the most exciting time I've had watching basketball. And that's hard for me to say a little bit because I did get to see the run with Haley Disselkamp when they went and made their run to state, which was also awesome. I believe they finished 3rd in state that year. And I think it was a little bit different for me last year just because I'm a teacher here. I wasn't a teacher then. I didn't know those girls as well. But these are the girls I sat in class every single day with and got to talk and get to know. So it made a bit more of an impact.
You didn't know somebody well? That's crazy.
It's like you know everybody.
I knew.
And knows them well. Not just knows everybody. He knows them well.
Well, yeah, but I guess it's different when you see him every day. So, I saw Anya Binkholder in class every day, and I got to have conversations with her about how the season was going and those things. Those girls that were on that team, I knew them. I knew their families and knew things like that, but I wouldn't say that I got to talk to them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that sticks out to me was the atmosphere in
gosh.
which Aurora was. I mean, it was
unbelievable.
That was some of the loudest. That was one of the loudest gyms I've ever been in, and it was like that the whole game. It's not like it was just like toward the end. Like it was the entire game. It was just loud.
Yes, it was. And I try not to put too much into stories that I hear from the students all the time. But what I will say is that I heard some stories from the girls about what it was like when they arrived. They call themselves the Dogs.
Yeah.
And it's interesting for anybody that doesn't know.
Yeah,
they're called the Hound Dogs.
Yeah, Hound Dogs.
Hound Dogs.
Yeah,
and the dogs are spelled DAWGS, or am I wrong on that?
Yes. And then they have a sign that says "Don't kick our dog."
Yes. And that's like part of their logo and mascot. I just had never been to Aurora before, really, in my life. But I did take a trip to San Antonio over Thanksgiving break, and I went by Aurora on 44. If you remember, we stopped at Buc-ee's.
We did. I got ice cream on the way back.
Yes.
I love Buc-ee's.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with Buc-ee's.
It's a great place.
I was on a trip with Randy and Ben Gellert, which you know them. And also, Ben messaged me just last night asking if I want to shoot some hoops sometime soon.
Ben's really good at basketball. Ben Ben enjoys basketball quite a bit.
He does, yes. We went down. He's a big Steph Curry fan. I'm a Steph Curry fan myself, but we went down to San Antonio and watched a Spurs and Warriors game. It was a couple's trip, and it was a good time. But we did drive past Aurora, and it reminded me of that fun run last year. So, but this year's squad is not the same as last year. We graduated 3 seniors: Emma Daniels, Audrey Colascio, and Anya Binkholder. And the squad's different this year, but the squad still has a lot of talent and a lot of ability to go deep, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you're led by, Cam Novak?
Yep.
Allie Daniels, Cameron Caldwell.
Addie Minns has come back to play.
Yeah, Addie Minns coming back to play, I believe first time since middle school?
I know she played in middle school because I got to run some scoreboard for some of those games.
I don't think she played her freshman year. She might have.
I don't know. I don't remember her playing in high school.
Did she tear her ACL her freshman year? Is that what it was?
I
Yes,
believe so.
I believe so. I think she had a knee issue. But she's always been a volleyball player. That's always. I think volleyball is really her main thing.
Yes.
She's gotten most of her energy. Whatever. I love how we spent the whole break not even talking about the game itself, the first quarter, first and second quarter. We were just yapping about the season so far.
Well, that's part of commentating, Hunter.
You gotta fill time.
We had 10 minutes to fill. I mean, if we want to talk a little bit about what we saw in the first half, I would like to dive into that a little bit because this is the first time I've gotten to see a lot of these freshman girls ever really play. Coach Dave and I did broadcast in the 8th grade game last year when they played. In the people that stuck out to me, Campbell Schulte, Audrey Colascio. I remember Abby Colascio. Sorry, slip up.
Yeah, her sister Audrey was a huge piece to last year's team as well.
Yes, but did get to watch them play last year, and that was a lot of fun. And it's awesome to see them now. I have pretty much the entire freshman Dutch girls basketball. I have all of them in class, actually. There's not a freshman Dutch girl basketball player that I don't have in class. And I have 5 of them in my 8th hour.
Oh,
I was just about to bring
my
that
8th
up.
hour is loaded with them. Crazy. I have Abby, I have Piper Kelling, I have Ava Schulte, and I have who did I miss? Oh, Delilah Crow. And yeah, I have almost all of them. Other freshmen that I have, Shea Abernathy and Campbell Schulte, I have them in my 3rd hour. So yeah, I get to see all of the. Oh, and Cabern Kelly in my 3rd hour. All right, as we start the second half here, the Dutch girls trail 21-12, and on the floor to start the half is going to be junior Lily Barker, and then freshman Cabern Kelly, Abby Colascio, Piper Kelling, and then junior Kylie Reed. Kylan, you can zoom in a little bit there if you'd like. Get us going here again. There you go, right there. Oh, good look at the shot for Cabern Kelly. For anybody that doesn't know, the coach of the Dutch girls basketball squad, returning for his 2nd year, is Coach John Van Leer. As Abby got the ball in, there was like a swarm of Knights there.
That ball just ripped out of Kylie's hands there.
Pretty much. Piper Kelling, she got a hand on the arm there of number 13 for Borgia, which would be Miss Addison Pell. Also, Adam Stewart, thank you again for filling us in on that. We were very confused. So that's the schools we were mentioning earlier is their partner school, which is where they went to middle school. So I didn't get a chance to look. I am going to look here as Borgia is able to get the first ball to fall there. I want to say last year. I don't know if they. So last year, Borgia's varsity had a record of 13-15, and they played Owensville to a 13-point game last year. So I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it was a lot different than that last year. Ball's inbounded here to Cabern Kelly. Sounds like you have the same little cough that I got, Coach.
I do. I think I'm still trying to recover from that almost 15-hour day at Capital City during the middle school wrestling tournament last Saturday.
Oh, that'll do it.
Finally starting to feel not drained, so it's great.
All Not really sure what happened there. On that last possession for the Dutch girls, Abby Qualacio was able to get the reverse layup to fall. Qualacio leads the Dutch girls in scoring right now with 7 of the Dutch girls' 14 points. She's the one bringing the ball up the court right now, and as we mentioned earlier, she is the younger sister of Audrey Qualacio, who's part of that state team that graduated.
3 right there. Cuts the deficit to 4, 21-7. Borgia.
You know, Kylie hit some big threes last year down the stretch for the Dutch girls. We got a jump ball under the basket there. Lily Barker came down with the rebound, and Borgia was able to swarm on top of it there. The Dutch girls now trail by just 4, as Coach Kemp had mentioned.
We got this.
I like that confidence on her. I like it.
T, it always makes me really concerned when you start coughing, because you're like a father to me. You're a good man. I really like you.
Hey, I'm not in any kind of dire health condition, I don't believe. So,
Dog, when you cough, it's like from Red Dead 2, when Arthur coughs, he has tuberculosis and then he dies.
well, we're hoping that's not the case.
Try not to
I think this is a pretty common cough right here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like mine just gets kind of like, my throat kind of gets dry and I get like a little tickle right there, and like I just got it's just like an involuntary reaction. Like, it's not like a cough.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. That's the thing. I feel perfectly fine. Just got the annoying cough. As Abby Qualacio comes down with the rebound here. Dutch girls working it back up the court. Got some tight defense there on Abby by Avery Langenberg. Out to Lily Barker. Oh, she tries to feed it into Piper Kelling, but
just a little too tall.
Just misses the mark. The JV Dutch girls are coached by Mrs. Hannah Kopelman. Borgia's able to take it in with Addison Pell, sophomore, for an easy layup to get 2 points there.
I was talking to Coach Dave a little bit. I went to go get a drink during wrestling practice, and I saw him. I went over and asked him if he was a little nervous to announce the varsity girls game. He said a little bit, but he said once he gets going, he thinks it'll be just fine. So looking forward to hearing him on the microphone during the varsity game.
Yeah, me too. He had told me, he'd been planning to do this for quite a long time now, so he had mentioned that he had some nerves, but he's going to do a great job. I have full confidence in him.
I'm just ready for the first big 3 and like a crunch time and just listen to him just 3.
Yeah, he'll be he's got a lot of good voice inflection as Lily Barker tries to get away from 42, Essence Escueda.
42 is going crazy tonight.
Yeah, she plays with she's got a lot of hustle. Seems like she's around the ball quite a lot. She did a great job in the first quarter there. But she gets called for a foul on the floor here as Abby Q is going to try to find Delilah Crow, who dishes back out to Cabrin Kelly. Cabrin takes it in and almost gets it to fall, just a little off the mark. With that recent check-in, Delilah Crow and Campbell Schulte check back into the game. Oh,
deep 2 right there by Borgia.
Yeah, I was kind of looking down under the rim. I didn't know if it was a 2 or a 3, but scorer agrees with you, Coach. It is a 2. As soon as this game, immediately following this game, the varsity game will get started. Abby Q's got an open 3, and just a little wall. Man, that was close, though.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Yeah. I think Abby has a lot of confidence shooting. She's not afraid to shoot.
Hasn't looked like she's been afraid yet so far.
No, she plays with a lot of confidence, does a lot of the ball handling, bringing it up the court. She looks back to find Cabrin Kelly, who's a little bit long on a 3. It's going to be Borgia ball. So the Dutch girls were able to pull it within 4, and the Borgia Knights went on a 4-0 run to extend their lead back to 8. As we got 2:45-ish here remaining in the third quarter. Essence Escueda takes it in herself. Going to be tipped out by Borgia, going to be Dutch girl ball. For those that are viewing, we appreciate you being with us. If this is your first time viewing, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Join us in the conversation. We always love to hear you guys in the chat. And speaking of which, Abby is a little bit long on that shot. We've got Wyatt's Train World. What is going on with the Dutch girls? Come on. It's number 14, or 15, my apologies. Dominic Murray scores for the Borgia Knights.
We still got this.
I got faith. I got faith.
Also, I know I keep talking to Tyler even though he's off the mic, but when did you have time to get McDonald's?
His mom brought him some McDonald's. Tyler Mins is running the video switcher for us here.
We love Tyler.
We do love Tyler. Tyler's also in my 8th hour. I've got a lot of basketball players. I have Wyatt Money and Charlie Katzolf in that hour too. And they are on the boys basketball team. I think I have a total of at least 7 basketball players in that class. That might be a school record. There can't be another class that has that many basketball players in it. It's a record that is completely meaningless, but a record nonetheless. Freshman Ava Schulte inbounds the ball to Campbell Schulte, and it's going to be a jump ball call. It's going to go in the favor of the Knights as they were the next to get the possession. As I was saying there earlier, though, I do enjoy when people enjoy it in the chat, so feel free to comment freely. We'd love to be able to hear from you. Capron Kelly is able to come down with that rebound. She works it up to Delilah Crow, who gets it over to Ava Schulte. Tries to get a shot on, but able to get it to go. On the floor right now, we have 5 freshmen. At this point in the game, I believe the Dutch girls pull their non-freshmen because they also participate in the varsity game to some degree. All the non-freshmen are on that varsity squad as well.
We did that for a while, too.
And then it looks like for freshmen on the varsity squad, according to the roster I have here, we have Campbell Schulte, Capron Kelly, Abby Palacio, and Piper Kelling. So they will also be sitting in with the varsity Dutch girl squad. But the numbers are up. The numbers are up this year for Dutch girls basketball, and it's really good to see, Coach.
I think they had just under 20, right? Or right
It's somewhere right around there. It's hard to tell from the roster because, well, there's 4 girls that are freshmen that are playing, and then Lainey Moss is also on JV. So I'm going to count. So 1. Give me a moment. I'm going to do some math.
I count 16 plus the 5 on the floor. Well, including the 5 on the floor, sorry.
I'd say that's probably pretty accurate. I'm not going to count it. I can't count it.
You used to teach math. How can you not do it?
In all fairness, it took me 3 times to get to that number. So once I got 16, once I got 15, once I got 16. So twice.
I think I got 17.
You got 17?
I got 17. Because I think if you count Mila, but I don't know that Mila can play this year.
I didn't count Mila.
Okay, yeah, I didn't count her either, so I had 17 without her.
Okay.
Shea Abernathy with the ball. Oh, no, never mind. That's Ava Schulte. She gets it over to Campbell Schulte. A couple Schultes on the floor right now. Over to Lily Barker. Working around trying to settle for a good shot here. Maybe trying to get the last shot of the quarter, but it gets picked off by Leia.
I think we need Leia.
Very fast.
Took a little bit.
Essence Escueda with the ball now for Borgia. She gets the shot off and gets it to fall.
Another long 2.
Yeah. That mid-range jumper game strong for the Borgia Knights tonight.
17-31, Borgia leading.
Lily Barker gets the 3 off. She's going to be a little bit short. 31 comes down for the rebound with Borgia. That would be
Essence going for it.
Jordan Stewart.
Makes sense.
All right, we head into this 4th quarter now with a score of 31-17 in favor of the Borgia Knights. You see there on the scoreboard, we've got, if you want to, Kylan, if you ever see Emma Waymeyer take off with the handsprings, you can take a camera down there to her. Can you go down to our Dutch girls real quick, Kylan? Dutch Girl cheerleaders. They just finished their cheer, but you see the Dutch Girl cheerleaders down there? Got a good squad this year. They'll be here for the varsity game. And then also to the right of them in the red is Coach Van Leer. So we mentioned earlier that the head coach for the Dutch Girls basketball team is John Van Leer. And his two sons, Colin and Cameron, are helping out with the varsity Dutchman basketball team. Colin is the head varsity Dutchman basketball coach here. Is he a volunteer coach? Is that what it is? He's an assistant coach. He's listed as an assistant coach.
But yes, you are correct too.
He's a volunteer? Volunteer assistant coach, Cameron Van Leer. He helped out the last couple years. Coach Kim can probably talk a little bit more to this, but I think Cameron and Colin were both very good golfers, but Cameron especially, that was really more his forte?
That's what I believe Cameron went to play in college originally, and then ended up playing both basketball and golf at Columbia College. And he was, I believe he was either the 1 or the 2 at Columbia, definitely his last couple of years, and they did some great things, I believe. I think they even won, they might have, don't quote me on this, I think they might have won conference and almost went to go play for the national title.
Wow.
In AIA.
Lily Barker comes away with a steal here, but then she gets a double dribble, I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
Good hustle play there by Barker. No relation to Bob Barker.
Lily's got some fast hands there. It's the second time she knocked the ball out. Third time now.
And then Borgia's unable to hang on to it. But now we're going to have an overturn here. They're saying one official had a different view on it.
It is 100% Dutch Girl ball. The Borgia Knight player kicked the ball out of bounds.
I'm going to be honest. It happened so quickly I couldn't really tell myself, but
I didn't really see
now it's
much
going to
of
be
the-
Dutch Girl ball.
I didn't really see much of the first half, but so far the second half, Borgia has gotten a lot of dribble penetration toward the rim on offense.
Yeah, I would love to see a shot count. I feel like Borgia has just been able to generate more shot attempts than the Dutch Girls. As Piper Kelling gets a 3 off, going to be a little bit short, unable to get it to fall. Strong throw there from Borgia. Then we got a travel from Abby Colascio. Going to get the ball back to Borgia with 6:15 left here in the fourth quarter.
Gee, I know I was hating earlier, but this is kind of fun.
Live broadcasting is fun, man. I thoroughly enjoy it.
That's a good time.
We just got to get Tyler a headset. Then it would be the best time.
Right now we're about maxed out at headsets.
I know. It's fun.
Uh-oh, we got a... Dutch Girls were able to come away with that rebound after Borgia had a few. Get it out to Abby Palacio. She brings it up the floor. She dishes it off back to Piper Kelling. Shea Abernathy with a shot fake. Lily Barker with the shot. Just a little bit long. Unable to get that one to fall. I am, Coach Kemp, feel free to completely tell me that I'm wrong. Which you guys have, if you don't know Coach Kemp and I's relationship, we've had some pretty good, we got to coach baseball together. We're not afraid to debate with one another.
Oh, I think we've done a really good job, though, of being very, very nice to each other
Very
so
cordial,
far
yeah.
of these broadcasts.
But what I was going to say is, based on the shots that I've seen, especially from 3 from us, I feel like our shots are a little flat right now. I feel like they're on a line too much, not enough arc.
Yeah, there's not much arc there.
That's
Good pass up here.
good feed to Shea Abernathy, and good finish by Abernathy. Going to take the score to 31-19. It was a great feed from Abby Q. Almost a half-court pass, I'd say.
Yeah, it was nice. Hit Shea in stride there. Shea was able to
Replay.
one dribble, 1-2, and
We'll play the replay here. So, Abby Colascio, yeah, that was definitely a half of the court. Feed down to Shea Abernathy for the finish. Very good. I feel like I need to change the timing on my replays to only be about maybe a third less as long as what they are. Not bad for a football play, because in a football play, it pretty much gets the whole play. But maybe for basketball, it's a little long.
Well, plus in football, I think we said this earlier at a previous broadcast, there's not too many times where a play gets over and you can't run a 14-second replay before the next play is snapped.
Also true, yeah.
We take a little bit more time in between plays than basketball does.
Shoot, Kylan, did we ever start recording this? For the varsity game, you'll record tonight, Kylan. We don't really need to record right now.
Imagine just none of this was recording. We did all that for nothing.
Well, there's definitely a live feed. There'll always be the live feed when we do a live broadcast later on YouTube that you could go watch. And that's the glory of these things. Once this is over, this is a documented piece of history now as Ava Schulte draws the foul. And he can shoot 2 at the line. This is a documented piece of history now, and you guys are a part of it.
Good pass in there by Little Barker down in the paint.
Highland gives me the big thumbs up. I love it.
Hey, T, you said the people watching can watch this later. Where can they watch this later?
If you want to watch this later, all you have to do is go to our OHS TV Studio YouTube page, go to our videos, click on live, and you can see all of our past live streams. All the way, we really started the whole live broadcasting deal last year was our first year doing it. We did all the home football games, did quite a few basketball games. We try to do every sport for at least one game. So in this year, now with our broadcast sponsors, we're trying to raise money for TV Studio, and we're doing a lot more games. Again, thanks to Jake Kelling for sponsoring this broadcast. You see their logo down there in the bottom left. Bag 'em and tag 'em. Make sure you go there for all your outdoor sporting goods supplies. And thank you again, Jake, for the sponsorship.
Is that like a taxidermy place?
I think they do. They might do a little taxidermy, but I also know that they do like firearms, bows, things like that. Yeah, outdoor stuff like that.
I'm not much of a outdoor person in that sense.
Right.
Very much a city kid through and through.
We know. Have you ever been hunting before?
One time whenever I was about 8, maybe 9 with my grandpa, and it was really cold, and we didn't see a single thing, so I never went back.
Oh. See, when you live around these parts, I feel like you just grow up. Oh, great feed there.
Go ahead.
Gets the ball. Campbell Schulte to Shea Abernathy. A lot of English on that ball as it was on the rim.
Oh, yeah, it looked like it.
I thought it was going to come out at first, but then it spun right in. That was a good take, good pass, and good finish. Again, we got a full court of freshmen right now for the Dutch girls as they've pulled the lead to within 10. Ball's going to stay with the Knights. It was tipped out by a Dutch girl. But yeah, I can remember, man, I started hunting. My goodness. Some of the youth season hunts that I got to do with my dad are some really great memories. It's my dad, as Borgia gets that one to fall. My dad was he loved to go hunting, and as a kid, it was kind of like what you said a little bit there, Coach Kemp, to a degree. Sometimes I could get a little bored or something like that, or it was cold, and I always wondered how my dad could go, spend hours upon hours in a tree stand when it was cold. And then I had kids, and I realized that the woods are really quiet. And I'm like, oh, I get it now. Oh, gosh.
I bet.
Good shot there from Ethan Bruce. A fun fact about Ethan Bruce, who's running the camera that you just saw, runs a YouTube channel and does a lot of train photography. He's a train spotter. I think you would call that a rail fan, is what he's told me.
White's Train World might like that YouTube page.
White's Train World has already been in our comment section tonight.
That's dope. I'm starting to realize none of this audio can probably be used because it's just me yelling.
You've done a pretty good job, Hunter. You've chimed in when necessary.
No, but every time a play gets played, I'm just like, oh yeah.
That's part of the live broadcast experience. You get to feel the excitement that the people that are there are feeling.
I was like 20.
Tyler Means, also, you're doing a great job flipping these cameras. Usually I try to do that in conjunction with talking, and I mess up a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, whenever you left me up here the other day to fend for myself with that, I don't think I changed a single camera angle from it being up top. I didn't want to press the wrong button.
What's crazy, and I've done this quite a lot, especially like during football, I'll have my hand on the video switcher, which is for anybody at home that doesn't know, It's just basically a device that has all of our cameras going into it that's got buttons, and you can basically push the button of which one you want you guys to see. And I'd have my hand on what's called a stream deck, which has got more buttons on it, stuff I can pop up. But I would have hands on both of them so I could do the replays and the cameras and talk. And it got tough sometimes, man.
T, where do you find the time to do everything it is that you do? Like, you're a really busy guy.
Well, we all got the same amount of time each day. So I'm finding it the same place as you guys are. I'm just a nerd, Hunter, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I
In
know.
my free time, I watch YouTube videos on how to learn how to do this stuff.
That was actually one of the first things we ever became friends about. It was Minecraft.
That's right.
You
That's
wanted
right.
a grappler hook update.
Yeah, well, that's Coach Dave. Coach Dave has been pushing for a grappler hook update for a long time.
We need one. I get the point of the game is building and crafting, but
Right.
I personally have never played Minecraft.
Really?
what? Get out.
It's kind of interesting to me. I feel like it's one of those games that just by being around video games, you try at some point, and it is definitely very addictive. There's no doubt about that.
My son likes Minecraft.
It's also
Not so much.
Piper with a long two had her feet on the line.
I also never really liked Legos, and that's what I've heard. That is, Minecraft's a lot of building, so it doesn't really sound appealing.
Yeah, but Legos are plastic. Minecraft is
Legos are frustrating, is what I think you mean.
I think that you have you got a lot of athletic traits, a lot of sport, but I think you were not as in touch with your creative side.
That is very true. That's very true.
For me, it was kind of the same whenever I was in high school, but as I got out of high school and I could no longer play sports, I started doing all kinds of other stuff. That's when I got into the band. I remember I always thought I started learning guitar because I could no longer go to like sports practice, and I needed something to try to, work on and get better at.
See, I just never stopped going to sports practice. I went and played college, and then started coming here. Go to practice every day almost.
You've been practicing for a long time, Coach.
Yep.
All right, we got 15 seconds left here in this JV game.
Ball bounces around the rim, comes out. Loose ball here.
I think Borgia is going to settle for dribbling this one out. And that is going to do it. Congratulations to the Borgia Knights on their 37-23 JV victory. And at this time, they're going to shake up hands. Kylan, if you want, get the handshake, and then you can head up to the scoreboard for us. Dutch girls are getting. Soon as the Dutch girls leave the floor, you're going to get to see the highlight video that the TV studio class has made to be played for the Dutch girls basketball team. The Varsity Borgia Knights.
We are just having a few technical difficulties. Give us 1 second. How's everybody in the chat doing tonight? We're doing good up here, broadcasting and such. Is there anybody in the chat that I'm talking to?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of technical difficulties there.
T, you're good. I already explained.
Oh, thank you.
kind of hard.
All right, now you see the Dutch girls taking the floor, warm up here in front of the home audience.
Are we going to get copyrighted because of this?
No, because that was all our original footage. Now there is music in there, but it's no different than us playing music over the loudspeakers here.
The good news is if you ever got a music issue, we have somebody that has a band that can play us music.
Oh, Lord, live music? Well, actually,
You guys want punk rock at a basketball game?
Why not?
listen, Hunter, you want punk rock everywhere. There's never enough punk rock. You see the Borgia Knights warming up here as we're getting going here. It looks like we got 13 minutes until tip-off for those that are just joining us. Coach Kemp mentioned earlier that the Borgia Knights look pretty tall.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Got some height, but I would say the Dutch girls battled the same issue all last year, lack of height, but that's not really their game.
No, it is not. We have a lot of, 1 through 4 typically in our lineup are going to be a bunch of guards. And, they're not very tall.
I agree. They are not very tall.
Yeah, we got Addie, who's right about 6 foot.
That is a decent size height.
But after that, your next tallest is probably Cam Novak.
Cam is a pretty tall girl.
She's probably 5'8"-ish. How do you guess?
I'd say 5'9". Back to you not liking leg kicks.
They frustrate me, man. I can never follow the directions. My attention span isn't long enough for them. It's
In the most respectful way, because you're a teacher. It's step by step.
correct. I could never find the Lego pieces. They just make me mad.
I will say, Hunter,
They come in back.
it takes patience. It takes a lot of patience.
That's one thing I do not have. A lot of.
Yes, it takes patience for sure.
That's another thing Coach Aaron can attest to me. I sometimes don't have a lot of patience for some things.
I know we brought this up earlier. I wanted to talk about this in between games, so if we had new viewers or things like that. But Borgia has played one game on the season so far against a school called Rosati Kane. They did win that game 63-9. I would say that's definitely a blowout. What did you say you found out about that school, Coach?
They are a school down in St. Louis, about 70 miles away from Owensville.
Okay. I'm going to be honest, this is the first time any of us have heard of Rosati Kane, so I can't tell you much about that school, strength of the school, anything like that. But obviously Borgia played really well against them. That is their only recorded game so far. We're their second regular season game of the season here. And as we go over to the Dutch girls' start to the season, the Dutch girls are off to a 2-1 start. They're getting ready to play their fourth game of the season here tonight against Borgia. They got off to a good start against Max Creek. They won that game by a score of 50-41. That was in the Bluefish Shootout, which was in Rolla, Missouri. And then they went to a private school in Jeff City, Helias Catholic, which I believe is Class 5.
Yes.
Class 5. So playing up, and our basketball teams, we made mention of this during one of the boys' broadcasts. It seems like our basketball teams are playing up a lot.
Yeah, they punch above their weight, for sure. They do a really good job of it. In baseball, the last couple of years, we've done a really good job of it. Well, we've played. Sometimes we get our butts kicked. But
that's part of it. The Dutch girls, we are a Class 4 school. So playing a Class 5 school basically just means that we're playing a school that's got a larger student body than ours. Or in the case of a private school, they have the private school multiplier, or that gets complicated. But private schools can't just go off student body, because if they went off that, then Borgia would be like in the same boat as like Herman, I think. Which Borgia being in Herman's district or class really wouldn't make any sense.
I agree.
But Borgia is, just for the sake of explaining it, Borgia is also a Class 4 school. So Borgia is the same class as Owensville in basketball. We then went on to play our first conference game of the season at St. Clair. That was this past Monday. And the Dutch girls went into halftime down by a score of 23-21. but was able to get it together in the second half and pull away with a victory, 10-point victory, 53-43. And if you're interested in seeing that game, the PA speaker here tonight, Coach David Kolpman, he was the...
Did he solo broadcast that game?
Yeah, so basically what he did was he took one of our cameras and we gave him a headset like this and we let him plug the headset into the rocker of the camera. So he was basically talking directly into the camera and videoed and, basically announced while he was videoing that game. So if you're interested in seeing that, it doesn't have a scoreboard or anything like that, but you are able to go see it on our YouTube channel because that game was recorded.
Gee, this seems like a pretty good school. I just looked, I scanned the little QR code they had.
Oh, yeah. What would you call these things, Coach? The program?
Yeah.
The program that we have here, Borgia, each school gets to, actually, let's do this. Let's see if we can do this really quick. Kyle, I'm going to pull this around and then hold this up for just a second. The program that we're referencing here is right here. Over here on the far column, right here, you can see their partner schools that we were talking about earlier, where they're coming from. And then down here, there's a QR code. Hunter, what did you find when you scanned the QR code?
It took me to their school website.
There you go. So the AD for these schools gets to decide and create these things. You see Hunter behind me holding up their school website. Kylan, you can switch that thing back around.
Had him more advanced.
And yeah, I assume the AD makes these up for each school. They send it to each other so that way when they play, they can print them off and people can have rosters of who's playing and everything like that. Kylan, can you do me a favor and take us down onto the court and zoom in on our seniors so we can have a little chat here about each senior that we pull up. Once you get zoomed in on them, just stay on that senior for a while, Coach Kemp, and I will talk about them, and then we can move on to the next one.
So I actually got some more information about the Khan Academy that Borgia played, courtesy of Coach Brandon Howard, who's too scared to come on here, but will send me little tidbits here and there. I believe that's from their website.
An all-girls high school that develops diverse young women, leaders in spiritual and intellectual environment. So it probably sounds like a religious private school, essentially. All right, so can you zoom in even more for us? Zoom in on Allie Daniels there. I see her right there. So right there in the middle of your screen is Miss Allie Daniels. She's a senior this year. Really key part of that state basketball run last year. She was cousins with last year's senior Emma Daniels. And one thing that I would like to point out about Allie Daniels' game is that she's incredibly aggressive.
Oh, yes, she is. She's an absolute bulldog and does not take no for an answer.
Yes, she is very passionate, and she's already signed to go on and play basketball in college. I'm going to have to do some researching here. I don't have it right in front of me. Do you remember where she's going to play?
Ottawa College out of, I think, Kansas?
Ottawa, Kansas, you're right. She's told me that. I've had conversations with her about it, but sometimes I forget. But, yeah, she is going to continue playing basketball after high school, but she's got some unfinished business here as a Dutch girl. I'm going to go over and we'll check on the Borgia Knights as Kylan's going to find us the next Dutch girl we'll pan to in just a second. But you're going to hear Allie's name called quite a lot tonight. And it looks like he's found another here as we zoom in on Miss Cameron Novak. Cameron also a big part of that Dutch girls state run last year. Very good defender, and this year I'm imagining that she's going to play a much bigger role even on offense.
I would imagine so. Cameron is very fast. She's also very explosive vertically for a girl that is right around 5'7", 5'8".
Right.
Has a very good vertical, very similar to Emma Daniels. But like you said, she plays some really good defense, has good feet.
And she's one of those people that are out on the court that she's going to give you 110% all the time. So,
sure.
And if you're one of those people, then that translates really well on defense.
Yeah, and like you said, I imagine she's going to play a lot bigger role on offense this year.
All right, and Kylan's going to go find us the next senior out on the floor as we pull over to Borgia. And we'll go back here. Right there on the senior screen is Miss Bryn Wright. Very, very excited to get to see her play tonight because she has missed each of the last 2 seasons due to injury. And this has got to be an amazing homecoming for her tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I'm just really excited for her to play a game here at home for the first time in a while.
Yes.
And hopefully this is a long and healthy season for her.
Absolutely. I know that it had to be hard for her last year to be on the sidelines and watching that state run, and I'm sure they would have benefited greatly from having her be a part of it. But she did a really great job in that role all season long, and it was awesome to see her support her teammates even though she wasn't able to be out there and actually play.
Bryn's another one that gives everything she has to everything she does. And watching her last year take over that role on the bench, even though she couldn't play, she got hurt early in the season. She was just energy all the time, just a great teammate, just led by example of what it meant to be a really good teammate there.
Absolutely. Very involved in the school. We'll pop over here to Borgia as they warm up again, as Kylan goes and finds us another senior. Bryn, very involved here at school, one of the class officers, involved in DECA, does a little bit of everything. We'll pop back over to the seniors. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit more there. That is Miss Cameron Novak, absolute sharpshooter.
Caldwell.
Unbelievable.
Caldwell.
Cameron Caldwell, my apologies. Cameron Caldwell, absolute sharpshooter. One of my favorite memories was getting to watch her out in Aurora. What a game.
Oh, yeah, she had a great game. She was shooting. Don't be surprised if you hear a 3, it's from Cameron off of her hands right there. She ain't afraid to shoot from anywhere, and she shouldn't be because she is deadly from out beyond the arc.
Absolutely. She hit several crucial threes in that Aurora game, and we referenced that. Yeah, and we referenced that quite a bit. But for anyone that doesn't know, the Dutchgirls were a Final Four team last year, and I don't know what the name of is it the sectionals or quarter. I don't know.
That should have been quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals game. So basically, in the game that got them to the Final Four, guaranteed 2 more games and a chance at a state championship, she had a great game, hit a lot of threes in crucial moments to help the girls get to that eventual state tournament.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to bounce over to Borgia again as Kylan finds our last senior. As the girls are running off the court here, he's going to have to zoom in. And Kylan is going to know this one pretty well, as it is Eddie is your cousin, right, Kylan? Eddie is the tall on the right side of your screen there. She's coming back to play this year after having not played in high school yet, but adds another element to this Dutch girls team that I'm extremely excited to see tonight, Coach.
Eddie's a very good athlete, so even though she hasn't played so much in high school, she's played a lot. She's played a lot of volleyball, so I'm excited to see her down in the paint, get some rebounds, and maybe you can get some mismatches down there and can score a little bit. I think Addie's going to be a major role player later in the season as she kind of gets her footing and she plays a little bit more games and gets really back into the swing of things.
Absolutely. And, a lot of the training and things that you do for volleyball would translate well to basketball. It's a lot of jumping.
Yes, especially in her sense of things because she's going to be
down low a lot.
Yeah, getting rebounds, going back up, contested, uncontested.
All right, we're going to have, if you could zoom in on Elena Lebish for us, Kylan, she's going to be singing the national anthem. She's down there by the scores table. Zoom in nice and tight there. Elena Lebish is senior here at Owensville High School. and gentlemen, congrats there to Miss Elena Levish. We are back. Did a great job singing the national anthem for us there tonight.
That was very good.
Absolutely. It's always great to see the student body get involved in any facet of any kind of event that we put on.
That was one of the best live national anthems I've seen at a high school level.
Let's see, as the Borgia Knights are being announced here.
We got number 1.
Kylan, you can feel free to zoom in even tighter on those if you'd like. Let the viewers at home really see these people.
Number 1, number 14, 21, 32, and 35.
Yep, you can zoom in like that. Cam Caldwell, we just spoke about her earlier. Allie Daniels, another key piece returning. Great to see Bryn back out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't imagine what she's feeling right now.
A lot of excitement here tonight for our Dutch girls. First home game since that state run. You got it, Tyler. Camera looks great. Camera looks great. Go ahead and, like a spot like this, I would zoom in on the girls. Nothing else is happening. That's the focal point. And here we go. Now we're getting ready for that tip-off. You can zoom in on the tip-off, too, then kind of zoom out from there.
Talk about that nice vertical that Cam Novak has. She's going up against a girl that's probably given 4 or 5 inches.
Let's see what you got, Cam.
Get up there.
Ooh,
that
was tight. It was close.
That was
very
close.
All right, here we go. We are back in action here. Quarters go to 8 minutes long once we get to varsity level. Dutch girls looking for a defensive stop here right in the beginning. You definitely see a size discrepancy as far as height for sure. As Borgia's going to draw the foul there. I believe it was on Bryn Wright.
Yep, Bryn coming from the back right there trying to block that ball.
It's going to send number 14, I think, to the line. Addison Carroll, Jr. for Borgia. Able to get the first one to go as they pull out and get the first point of the game. 1-0 lead Borgia.
Student section jeer was number 1 was unsuccessful. See what number 2 brings. Nope. Over 2.
Ice in her veins as Addison Carroll gets the first 2 points of the game tonight. And the Dutch girls are on offense for the first time as Miss Allie Daniels brings the ball up the court. Dutch girls look to set up.
Swings out of Laney over to Bryn. Out to Cam. Back to Allie. Allie drives it in. Foul on the floor.
Be on 32, I think, or 35. Let's see who he gives it to.
30.
I thought he had a 1 finger up.
He did. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Allie Daniels inbounding the ball, tries to get it to Laney, able to corral it after it was tipped.
Oh,
and that is going to be intercepted from Cam to Cam. Caldwell is able to hold off and not foul there, which ended up being good because she's going to make that bucket regardless, it seemed like. Allie Daniels brings the ball up as the Dutch girls trail 4-0 here in the early going. Girls working around trying to get a good shot here. Borgia plays playing tight defense here so far. It looks like it's more of a, would you describe it as man or zone, Coach?
Definitely man. I would say man.
I agree. Seems
another Allie Daniels drive here draws another Borgia defensive foul on the floor. I'd imagine that the offense is getting widely between Allie and Cameron.
They're going to draw a lot of attention.
And Allie driving the paint quite a bit.
Allie finds Cameron Novak on the inbound, dishes it back out to Bryn, who pump fakes, takes it herself.
Just a little too strong on the attempt.
Oh, Cameron almost gets involved. Bryn gets the rebound. Give Allie a 3 chance. Looks like got a hand on it. Dutchgirls had a few shots, opportunities there, but unable to get anything to fall. Borgia inbounds looking to improve upon their 4-0 lead. Also coaching the Dutchgirls this year is Miss Kayla Heavner. She was part of the Dutch Girl squad that got 3rd place on that Haley Disc Camp run.
She also coached the middle school girls basketball team this year.
That's right. Happy to have her in the district for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going to have a foul. It's going to be on the floor. No, it is not. It's going to be a shooting foul. It's going to send number 35, Miss Sydney Kessler, to the line for Borgia.
I think Allie Daniels is starting to get a little mad from all the pushing they're doing.
As the
Fell over there and over there.
as the level of basketball increases, so does the intensity.
And
part of the game.
physicality.
Physicality, intensity, yeah, it all increases.
You got this.
Unable to get either free throw to go there for Miss Sydney Kessler. Dutch Girls still trail by 4. Daniels brings the ball up the floor.
Braden coming up here inside the screen. Alley to Cameron.
A little hot to handle there.
Yeah, gets back on it though. Cameron to Bryn. Over to Cameron Caldwell. Caldwell drives, baseline.
Thought maybe she was going to go for the reverse layup for a moment. Decided against it. She's going to stay with the Dutch Girls. Borgia does not like that call.
I mean, I don't disagree, but I would say that if you're going to call it our ball, you might as well just give it a foul.
Right, because it looked like Laney got tripped up there a little bit.
Yeah. But as we said a couple different
Allie
times,
gets the inbound to Cameron Novak.
referees have a hard job.
Lamos thought about putting that one up, but couldn't pull the trigger.
I think Cam had an opportunity there for a 3.
Both on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Dutch Girls this time.
As I heard Coach Van Leer down there telling Cameron to shoot that whenever she's open.
We're going to get these jitters out for this first home game. We're going to get rolling here, Coach.
I think so too. Still scoreless on the Dutch Girls end.
Allie's going to give a pump fake here. Back to Bryn Wright. She gives a little pump fake, tries to go up, gets a foul. It's going to be on the floor, not going to the line on that one.
Was it this year that they changed the foul rules, or was it last year?
Changed into what?
Quarters instead of halves.
5 fouls a quarter?
Takes you to the bonus instead of 8 for the half.
Okay, that was last year. I remember hearing about that last year.
Oh,
As Cameron
Novak. Cameron Novak for
gets
3.
the first one to fall.
Dutch Girls down 1 now.
We might just have this.
It's early, Hunter. We got plenty of time.
I think once we settle down a little bit, we'll be fine.
Addie Mins checks into the game and immediately is putting a guard on the Borgia center there, number 35, Sydney Kessler.
Cam Caldwell for 3, just off the back of the rim.
Able to get that to fall. Man, 35, Kessler for Borgia. She's got some hops, too.
Yeah, she does.
I was about to say that's a good idea, blocking 35.
Long on that three-point attempt. Bryn comes away with it.
Bryn drives up the floor. You got Cameron right there. Ooh.
Foul. It's going to send Cameron. No, they're going to call it on the floor.
floor,
She's not in the act of shooting. So Dutch Girls retain possession. I'm assuming it's going to be Allie Daniels that's going to be inbounding the ball. Allie seems a bit confused as who's inbounding.
I think Allie thought that it was in the process of shooting. So that's why she was asking
with her.
about
I
that.
thought it was going to be a shooting foul as well, but that's not how the cookie crumbles.
Ron Burgundy, okay.
Yeah. I didn't watch Acreman. I need to watch it again. Steal some more lines.
No.
Cameron Novak dishes it over to Bryn Wright.
Oh,
That's
Addie,
going to
that should
stay
stay
with
with
the
us.
Dutch Girls. Eddie had a really good defensive stop on Borgia's last possession, forcing a missed shot out of Kessler from Borgia as the Dutch Girls look to set up again. Borgia is definitely in a man defense here. Daniels tries to drive, but she's got a lot of contesting there.
There's the size that pays off for Addie right there with a rebound. Just unfortunately did not get that bucket to fall on the second chance opportunity.
But what I like is that she went up with it.
Oh, absolutely. She was no hesitation. Got that, went right back up with it.
Absolutely, and you got to think that Coach Van Leer is happy to see that too, as Cameron Novak's able to hustle and corral that rebound.
Got Cam. Oh,
wow, that ball was batted back into the lap of Allie Daniels.
I'm not gonna lie, I was looking up, seeing Cam wide open. I didn't even see it get batted down. I just know the ball didn't make it there.
Almost had a kickball there. Oh, good find there to Cameron Novak.
Passes the ball back out to Allie.
Clean.
Just a little to the right.
Kessler comes away with the rebound as she works up the court. Almost, she does trip up. Kind of got feet tangled there a little bit. 22 has an open three. She's going to be off the mark. That's going to bleed out of bounds, and the Dutchman student section is going to let Borgia hear about that air ball.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the energy of the student section so far this game. It reminds me a lot of the boys game against Fatima last week.
Oh, man, that was a lot of fun.
Did you guys hear them while Borgia was warming up? Tyler told me they were just going after them.
Well, they do this thing where you start counting each miss, and then as the number climbs, the excitement grows.
You have a big outburst right around 100.
Anything you can do to get in the other opposing team's head. As Cameron Caldwell gets the three off, she's going to be a little bit long. Addie comes down with it and gets it back.
Good job, Addie.
That's exactly
the size
we're excited to see.
The size we need
Addie
down
wins
there.
this year. Dutch girls now have a 1-point lead here in the early going.
5-4.
Sorry to anybody listening at home after that. I went yes a little too loud. My bad.
That is okay, huh? A lot of excitement there.
What are they chanting?
D up.
D up.
Home crowd is chanting D up, trying to get another defensive stop here for the Dutch girls. Feed it down to Kessler.
No foul called.
I'm surprised. I honestly thought Kessler could have earned a foul call there.
Me too, but
bumping bodies, but officials letting them play.
I like it. I like when they put the whistles away just a little bit.
Yeah, you got to have control of it, but
it's kind of fun.
Allie almost pulls up to get her for a travel or a double dribble.
No, sir.
Yeah, you can see it in her eye. She's getting.
I don't know about that.
I guess what comes around and goes around, or something like that. They didn't get the call last time, but they got it this time. It all evens out in the end. Working it down to Kessler. Oh, great hustle by.
What?
Oh, they're going to call it a jump.
All right.
They're going to call that one a
jump ball. Since we got the last one, Borgia is going to get this one.
All right.
It's a little under 2
Still
minutes
good hustle by
here.
Bryn. We'll get the next ball. Or the inbound at half. Quarter, I guess.
Quarter, yeah.
Man, Cameron Novak does have some hops. That bucket's not going to count on the floor.
Also, that says something about her defensive ability, that she's guarding number 35 on defense, even though she's given up 4, even 5 inches potentially.
Yeah. I was very impressed with the angle at which she was able to contest that shot or that pass. She didn't really have good footing, but was still able to get up, even with the awkward position she was in. Shows a lot of body control.
You know, I know I'm not supposed to like Borgia, but their defense is pretty good. Their defense is popping out today.
Well, they're on offense right now.
That's what I was thinking too. But
all right, Allie Daniels comes away after the block to Bryn Wright. Gets the foul. She's going for the line.
One opportunity
trying
here,
to get a 3-point play here
to make the Dutchman go up 4.
7-4.
Dutch girl, sorry.
So was that Allie Daniels that fed her there?
It was. She also had an option for Cam out on the wing in the corner.
Well, hopefully Bryn is able to finish the 3-point play here as make several notes of it, but has to feel great to get those first points back on the home floor. She's unable to get that one to fall. Our camera person did not have the rim in that one. Fell a little short, so unable to finish the 3-point play, but able to get the big 2. Gives the Dutch girls a 7-4 lead as Borgia, who started the game on a 4-0 run, is now experiencing a Dutch girls 7-0 run as Cam Novak comes away with another steal here.
And another foul. That's going to bring us to the line now.
Because that's over 5 1/4.
It is.
So for those watching at home, I was a little bit confused when they started talking about it myself, but if you get more than 5 fouls in a quarter, it automatically sends you to the line 2 times.
For 2.
For 2.
For 2.
Oh, so it's not an and one.
It is not an and one.
Cameron gets the first one to fall.
Kylan, what was and one?
There is no and one anymore, I don't think.
No, but what was it in 1 and 1? What was it?
Or 1 and 1, that's what I meant.
Like
You make the first one, you get the second one.
well, yeah, but like after how many fouls was that?
A good fundamental basketball there from Cameron Novak as she gets both of the freebies to fall. Dutch girls now lead by 5 on a 9-0 run after getting down 4-0 in the early going.
Like I said, I think we just finally calmed down, got the nerves out of the way of the first home
Hard
game of the
screen
year.
there on Allie Daniels by Kessler. As
now-
she shoots from about the free throw line, but she's unable to get it to fall. Cameron Ryerson is now on the floor.
She had it for a second and it was stolen from her.
Looks like Borgia might be holding for the last shot here. Dutch girls are playing pretty smothering defense. Bryn is able to come away with the board, gets it over to Allie Daniels.
Allie's gonna
We
push
got
up the floor
6
here.
seconds here to try to make something happen. She's got a little separation, finds. Oh, put it up.
Right with the left.
Oh my God! Gets it to fall! Wow!
No, they're saying it didn't count. No shot.
That was definitely before the whistle.
Hit that replay button.
All right, well, you're not going to be able to hear it, but we will definitely at least be able to see it. That was
With the left. She jumped
you
up.
gotta call that. Get that to fall.
I'm gonna punch
With
that
the left.
All right.
in his head. This is our game.
Oh, man.
We're
All right, so I guess we'll see the replay here. Obviously, we can't see that. Oh, how accurate was your clock? Was it right on?
No.
If it was right on, then we definitely didn't get it because it clocked to 0.
Nah, it was a couple
But in
seconds
here,
off.
it looked like it didn't. What an unbelievable, regardless, scored, counted or not, it was an off-balance falling to your left, just
shot.
basically heave. It kissed off the front of the rim, went straight up in the air and got the nice hometown-friendly roll in. But they are not going to give that. You see the student section here as Tyler Mins does a great job navigating his way around the gymnasium here with our camera angles. Got a good student section over there, and honestly, a good home crowd on a Wednesday night.
I think
talked
the
about this.
community is excited to see these girls in action after a nice, deep playoff run, too.
Absolutely, and as they should be. I'm interested. Anya Binkholder, big Dutch girl basketball fan. I think it's possible she might be tuned in. Anya, if you're tuned in, pop in the chat. I was talking with Anya about Dutch girl basketball about a week ago. I'd be interested to see if she's watching from Springfield, Missouri. As the Dutchmen getting started here, Dutch girls, my apologies, go into the second quarter with a 9-4 lead, looking to build upon that lead. Cameron Caldwell gets it off and gets it to fall. 3-ball for Cameron Caldwell, extends that lead to 12-4 for the Dutch girls.
Dutch girls are on a 12-0 run right now from midway into the first quarter.
Good.
3 by the Knights.
Rebound by Addie Mins. Great to have Addie out there pulling down rebounds.
Yeah.
Let's extend the run. Keep it going, girls. That was really the first very open look that Cam Caldwell really had, I thought. They've been playing her pretty tight. She's going to get another one off here. That one's going to be a little bit long. Bryn's fighting hard underneath the...
Oh,
Cameron
30,
Ryerson
35
tries
got
to
up
go
there.
up. Man, got to scramble for the ball here. Borgia gets it back under control here as they are trying to break this run of the Dutch girls. They get it down low to Kessler. It seems like a lot of the offense really runs through Kessler as they're big. She leans into Bryn, gets the shot out, unable to get the fall. Addie with rebounds on back-to-back defensive possessions, making her presence felt here in the early going.
I'm really glad that she's contributing this much on both ends of the ball.
Yes, absolutely.
Looks like she hasn't missed a beat.
She's got, at the very least, 3 rebounds because we saw her get that offensive rebound, and she's got both of the rebounds on each of the last 2 possessions as they feed it down low to Cameron Ryerson, which leaves Cameron Novak. Cam Caldwell, my fault. She had a good look, but was just a little bit long on that 3 ball.
I think it makes her 1 for 4 on 3 so far this game.
We get a timeout. Now would be a great time for Ari to play something on the board. All right, let's play the last replay that we have here. We'll show you what we got. I'm not even sure what I hit the replay on, so we'll see it here. I think this is the 3, maybe. Cameron Ryerson gets it back to Cam Caldwell, who gets it at the top of the point, gets it to fall. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see a lot of Cam Caldwell 3s fall throughout this season.
Oh, we even got some little future Dutch girls up above the bench in the second row up there.
Can you
balcony.
We'll zoom in on them on the next timeout or break and play. We'll have Kylan Min show us. Always love to see the youngsters coming out to watch how the high schoolers do it. Set the example. Kessler with the ball down low again.
Guarded by Lady Moss.
Sophomore here at OHS, playing some good tight defense. Addie Mins. The home student section comes aloud with the D up. Kessler gets the shot off, and she's long on that one.
Allie,
I have to imagine she's probably getting frustrated at this point. Offense runs a lot through her and hasn't been able to find the bottom of the net much. But I imagine if she gets hot, that's when Borgia really starts rolling.
Yeah, she actually doesn't have any, according to the board, she doesn't have any points right now.
Cameron's going to get a shot off here with a mid-range jumper, and she's going to make easy work of that.
That looked automatic.
It did. It did.
Looks like she's practiced that a few times.
Cameron Caldwell also committed to go play basketball at the next level, and that's going to get Kessler on the board.
Culver Stockton, I believe.
Culver Stockton, you are correct. Kessler now is on the board and ends that run of the Dutch Girls. Dutch Girls went on a 14-0 run there before Borgia was able to score another bucket. Dutch Girls now lead 14-6.
I take back everything I said about their defense. All we gotta do
Cam Caldwell with a shot and a 3 again.
Cam might be heating up, folks.
Cam, I was talking with Anya, and we were talking about the Dutch Girls this year, and, you know, I really think the Dutch Girls have a team that really could beat anybody. Because at any point, some of these, that was a rough call there on Laney Moss, but at any point, I feel like these girls can get a hot hand, and Cam Caldwell can take over a game.
Oh, absolutely. Her, Allie, I mean, Cam showing some new confidence from 3 this year so far. You got Addie controlling rebounds down low.
Not afraid to go back up with it. Love to see that.
Yeah.
Number 40 gets it off the backboard, but unable to get to fall. It looks like Kessler might be getting a break now.
I think 40 checked in for her.
Poor Kessler. Bryn Wright gets her first 3-point attempt. She's going to be a little bit long. Oh, that's going to stay with the Dutch Girls as it tips off number 32, Haley Vandera's hands. Dutch Girls up 17-6 here in the early going with 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. I don't think Cameron Caldwell thought that ball was coming to her right off the bat.
No, she was not ready for that one. But she caught it. Good hands.
I thought Allie might try to catch and shoot there as her defender was playing off her a little bit.
Looks like Borgia has moved into a zone.
One thing that I think we're going to see a good amount this year is a lot of double teams, probably for Allie and Cam, which is going to be awesome to get to see some of the other girls on the team step up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dutch Girls. Oh, boy.
That's not good. Hopefully it's just a stinger and she's okay.
Bryn Wright is favoring her shoulder right now.
She's got kind of ran into there. Allie passes it over to Cam Novak, gets it back from her. Cam finds Cam.
Cam to Cam to Cam. We got the triple Cam stack on the floor right now.
Is that going to be the joke for the rest of the night, triple Cam?
Well, last year while we were calling some basketball games, I know Coach Dave was always trying to see if we could get the triple Cam stack on the floor. And right now we're getting to see it here in year 2 of Cameron Ryerson's high school career.
Cam's pretty cool.
Cam Caldwell with the ball right now. Swings it over to Cam Ryerson. Back to Caldwell. Caldwell's looking for something. Gives it to Daniels. Daniels, ooh, I thought she was going to pull it there.
For those curious watching at home, it does appear that Bryn Wright suffered some sort of shoulder injury or tweak, and she has since made her way to the locker room to get that looked at, I assume. Caldwell, 3 with another 3.
Her third 3 of the night so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot leave her open like that from there.
Nope.
Just
Even from the volleyball attack line, you can't leave it open. Whenever we say sharpshooter, we mean sharpshooter.
Absolutely.
I like our varsity team. It's filled with good people.
I agree. I think our JV team's filled with good people as well.
I just don't know any of them.
It's a lot easier when you know more people, that's for sure. Looks like that ball is... Was that a...
What?
Looks like Cameron Caldwell here is going to be inbounding to Allie Daniels as the Dutch girls look to set the offense up again. Out on the floor right now, just so you know, we have Allie Daniels, Cameron Caldwell, Cameron Ryerson, Eddie Mins, and Cameron Novak, Cameron Caldwell, Cameron Ryerson, Eddie Mins, and Allie Daniels. Going to have a...
They call that she stepped out of bounds? Is that what she said?
I guess that's what they're saying. I didn't see a double dribble or a travel call.
No.
Dutch girls, I keep saying Dutchman. Dutch girls currently lead by a score of 20-6 here with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the first.
Good news is Bryn has made her way back onto the bench. Hopefully she can make her way back into the game.
Hopefully.
Kessler gets the offensive rebound, goes back up with it, and we have an over the back on 21, Tatum Shear. I wonder if she's related to some of the other Shears that played Borgia basketball in years past. There's some good basketball players, especially on the boys' side. I remember from when I was in high school with the last name Shear. Anybody in the chat, if you know what we're talking about, hit us up. Allie Daniels brings the ball up the floor.
Good news is Bryn is
all smiles on the...
Yeah, is laughing over there now. So I think she just felt a little discomfort, got probably a little scared, probably scared her a little bit.
Scared me too, Coach.
Me too.
I'm happy to see the smiles, though.
Absolutely.
Cameron Caldwell was left open. What are you doing, Borgia?
Number 4 of the night.
You can't do that.
Don't tell them that, and they're going to stop doing it.
I'm going to tell you right now, it don't matter if she's guarded or not guarded.
Oh, that was very close to a backcourt, and you saw the official there poke his head to look at it.
Dutch girl ball here.
Dutch girls have control of this one right here as Bryn Wright is checking back into the game.
Really glad to see that. Glad to see
Cameron Ryerson.
Dutch girls got 21 seconds and a 23-6 lead over the Borgia Lady Knights right now.
Here in the last 20 seconds of the first half, you got to imagine the Dutch girls are going to hold for the final shot.
I'm going to call a final shot here of Cam Caldwell 3 with about 2 seconds left. Oh, nope, never mind, I'm on.
Maybe got a foul call there. Before we go, watch the Dutch girls head to the locker room for halftime. Can you get that view? There you go. This is Jansen Leb with the camera down on the floor here as the girls head to the locker room.
I personally like his backwards hat he's got going on over there.
Hey,
very into it, getting into the lens so he can see exactly what he's doing.
Absolutely.
He's doing a great job down there.
Zoom into Jansen for us there, Kylan. Look at that guy. Absolutely killing it down there. Give a shout out to the crew here, but first I want to say big thanks to Bag'em and Tag'em, Jake Kelling, Outdoor Sporting Goods Supplies. Give them a check Thank you for the sponsorship of this broadcast. You can find them on Facebook as well. Kylan, could you take your way up there to the younger Dutch girl basketball players right across from us, right there? Yeah.
Big thanks to Bagum Tagum. We might not be here if it wasn't for him.
Absolutely. If you're interested in being a broadcast sponsor, oh man, make sure you reach out. Up there in the top left, you see some of the younger Dutch girl basketball players. I do notice one. That is Kennedy Reams in the orange and black shirt at the top there.
And then next to her, I believe,
cross-country runners this year.
Emma Daniels' little sister.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure she has a big cutout of Allie's face, her cousin.
I think I agree with you. I do agree with you on that. But it's awesome to see the younger Dutch girls come out and take in some high school basketball action. You got to know that those girls are excited to get here when it's their turn.
I saw them a lot at home games last year, and especially in that deep state run that the Dutchgirls had. They were at a lot of games.
I have to imagine somewhere in this gymnasium, Anthony Reams is running around. He's a big proponent of girls basketball in the community, and he was active in a lot of those runs as well, a lot of those games. You see the score here? We'll take a look at what we got in that first half. Number 0 for the Dutchman is none other than Cameron Caldwell. She got the hot hand there. You said she hit 4 threes?
4 threes and 2. Yep.
Gives her 14 for the first half, and honestly, it pretty much all came, I think, almost in the second quarter.
One came in the first quarter, and actually,
I think it might have all been in the second quarter.
I think you're right.
The point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that the Dutch girls are really never out of any game because they can get hot at any moment. You never know when that flurry is going to come.
And if Cameron's struggling with shooting that night,
you can't give it up.
No, because Allie can shoot almost just as well.
Absolutely. Allie's a little bit more aggressive getting to the rim, whereas Cameron, I would say, is probably more of the shooter.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got to see a lot of Ethan Trains. Go Dutch girls. I believe that's Ethan Bruce, right? Ethan Bruce is helping us out. He's been running the floor cam so far tonight. You know what? Actually, let's do this real quick. We got most of the crew up here minus Jansen Leb. Let's try to get everybody in on the shot here so you can kind of see the people that are making this broadcast happen. Got the webcam pulled up. That's an old picture of me. Ooh, yikes. That's me looking at the camera trying to figure out what I'm doing. And that did not do me no good there. All right, now this is a live one. All right, so who all we got in here? I'm gonna sit down on the stool so I'm more out of the frame here. All right, to the far right of your screen with the headset on, you're not hearing his voice, but he's been able to hear what we're talking about, and if we tell him to go zoom in on something, he's able to do that. That's Kylan Mins. He's a member of the high school boys basketball team right now. In the background, he's the one that's giving you this shot. So he's done a great job going back and forth for both the JV and the varsity game so far. Behind him in the blue hoodie, that is Mr. Ethan Bruce. Mr. Ethan is running the camera that is down on the floor on the Borgia Knights side, which is the cafeteria side of the gymnasium. We pan to that shot a lot whenever there's free throws and whenever people are bringing the ball up and down the court. But once the offense settles in, it kind of goes back to Kylan Mins' camera. It's hard for me to tell. It's backwards. And then right in front of him is Mr. Tyler Mins. He is running our video switcher tonight, which makes my job so much easier. I'm able to just focus on talking, which I feel like I'm better at talking whenever I'm not also trying to flip cameras. And then to his right, but my left on the screen is Mr. Hunter Bombach. He is running the scoreboard, and he's chiming in from time to time. I think he said something that had Coach Kemp in stitches there. He's talking about how the team is full of good people. We agree.
They are good people.
We got good people. That's true. And then to the right of him and left on the screen is Coach Kemp. Coach Kemp is the varsity baseball coach here and also chiming in on the chat.
And we got Liz just hanging out up here on our side.
And the random guy in the back.
If you hopped in during our wrestling broadcast, you would have seen Liz during the wrestling broadcast as well. All right, now I'm going to take a second, get our mugs off the screen here. We'll go look at our last replay that we had. And at the end of the game tonight, we will also be able to give you replays from the entire night. I'm going to guess this is a Cam Caldwell 3. Yeah, left her open in that. Nope. I think they go back to her. Yeah, the defender really fell off of her there and left her open. Can't do that. Not with a sharpshooter like Cameron
Maybe that's
Caldwell.
the plan. Get us in the first half. Look, what's it called? Tango?
Tango?
No, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Like when they act bad in the beginning and then they come back in the end.
Like a pool shark type deal. Like
It's got a specific word. Hustle.
I'm going to let Tyler Mins kind of go around
Yeah,
the camera here. Actually, I was going to edit some clips from the first half, and I actually will. If Kylan, let's do what we did at the beginning of the game. Kylan, if you could go find a player from the first half, and Tyler Mins will go back and forth between showing the view. So find us a player, and then we'll chat about him here as I'm going to trim up some highlights. All right, it looks like he's got Cameron Novak. She had the hot hand there in the first half. She's the one that, man, you got me again. Cameron Caldwell. She had the hot hand in the first half as she scored 14, led the Dutch girls in scoring. Key component of that state run last year, as we mentioned multiple times. Can't really afford to leave her open, but we love it when you do. Who else we got? What's next? Kylan's going to go find us somebody else to talk about. Next, we got Bryn Wright. We had a little bit of a scare with her on the floor. Looked like she had hurt her shoulder, which had been something that had been a problem in years past, but she was able to get back out on the floor later. Hopefully it was just a stinger, something like that. I'm not going to even try to diagnose it, as I do not know. We'll go back. Oh, there's Bryn. Sorry, I had the wrong thing pulled up. A little confusing right now because we're trying to edit clips as well as go back. So, Kylan, go ahead and find us another person. All right, it looks like he's got Addie Mins on the cams now. Addie, we had made lots of comments about her rebounding there in the first half. Came up with a big offensive rebound at one point. It was really encouraging to see her with the confidence to go right back up with the shot. Was unable to get it to fall, but really no hesitation. Was able to go right back up after securing that offensive rebound, which I'm sure Coach loves to see that confidence. Kylan, go ahead and zoom in on that real quick. That's, well, never mind. They got it out.
No, they did.
Addie Mins also controlled the defensive boards for the Dutch girls. Back-to-back possessions, she came away with the rebound, which was something that I would imagine as we were coming into this year, lacking height, like we said. It's great to get Addie Mins out there. You want to go to the scoreboard real quick for us, Kylan? Got our trivia question up here. Our broadcasting class makes these. It says, how many OHS math teachers are there? Spoiler, I know the answer on this one. There's 4, I believe. You can't really see the answers here, but a little fun here at home with our video board.
We got a minute left.
And we'll be back in action here for the second half. Excited to see what the second half brings. I will note, I had us going on a 14-0 run at one point, and then we also had a 6-0 run at one point as well. Did they? I'm wondering if they gave us that point. One second, Hunter. I got the mouse. All right, we'll go back here. Get a good shot of the Dutch girls bench right there as they are soaking in this final 30 seconds before they get right back after it. Hunter Gaming, shout out to Hunter and Tyler. They are pretty swag. Who's Hunter Gaming? Is that you?
Yes. We're pretty swag.
I agree.
Hey,
I haven't heard swag in a while.
It's Hunter Gaming 124.
Oh, okay.
It has to be.
Shout out to Hunter's YouTube channel, huh? Or YouTube account. All right, we're about to get started here again. We don't have Coach Kemp with us. He must have had to run and do something real
Tyler, headset, please.
quick. Dutch Girls are getting back underway here. On the floor right now for the Dutch Girls are Bryn Wright, Cameron Caldwell, Cameron Novak, Lainey Moss, and Allie Daniels, which is the same 5 that started the game. Ellie comes down with a quick rebound. Dutch Girls have numbers, not anymore. Bryn Wright gets the separation, gets the first points of the second half here, as the Dutch Girls now lead 25-6. Hopefully they get on a little run here to start the second half as well. Keep this momentum and keep it moving.
I completely forgot that we were not switching games. My bad.
Whenever I was coming back up, I saw a layup by Bryn Wright. Good to see that. Glad she's okay.
Absolutely. All right. Borgia comes back and answers with a layup of their own. Allie Daniels brings it across half court here. Finds Cameron Novak.
Who finds Lainey Moss.
I don't know about you, Coach, but there's something exciting to me about seeing these sophomores get more involved. And I imagine their confidence is just going to go through the roof this year as they get more opportunities.
Well, so Lainey played quite a bit
She
as
did,
a freshman last year.
But she's going to play an even more integral role this year.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like they are smothering Cameron Caldwell here.
Yeah, they definitely went back to a man. I don't think they liked the 4 threes in one quarter from Caldwell.
Yeah, when they went away from the man for a moment, didn't work out so good for them. Caldwell is going to try to drive on her own. Is able to draw the foul. She'll be going to the line. That's definitely somebody that you feel confident in as they make their way to the charity stripe.
I forgot Coach names over there.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting is whenever you have these headsets on, you don't hear a lot of the other noise.
No.
I don't at all anyways.
No, I can hear like faint things, and I can kind of hear like the volume raised, but I can't specifically pick out what is being said or done.
Yeah, during the wrestling meet especially, as Caldwell is able to get both of them to fall, I took my headset off a couple times and realized how loud it was in here. It gets so loud during the wrestling meet. And
especially whenever there's 2 matches going on at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
You got 4 different sets of people yelling at the same time. It's
These headphones, as Kessler is able to draw the foul here, she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. I believe her only trip to the free throw line in the first half saw her miss both of her free throw attempts. So she's going to look to try to get back to 50% at the free throw line here.
As Bryn picks up her second foul. And
Kessler is able to get the kind roll there.
After 3 or 4 bounces on the rim, finally falls for her.
Those are our friendly rims. Great shot here from Ethan Bruce on this free throw. She's not able to get that one to fall. She's a little bit long. Bryn Wright comes up with the rebound. Allie Daniels works it up the court.
I was trying to get Coach Lewis to come up here. Coach Lewis does some of our announcing and play-by-play for the girls' Powder Puff the last couple of years. I was trying to get him up here. But so far, everybody I've tried to get up here has been unsuccessful. So,
some people are a little bit nervous to get on the mic at first, and justifiably so. It can be a little bit nerve-wracking. But I've never had somebody come up here and say they didn't like it after they've done it.
3 by Lainey Moss, just a bit short. Good hustle by Cam Novak.
Novak, great hustle. And also, if you're at home and you're just wondering what name to shout out when something happens, you've got a pretty good chance if you just shout Cam.
This is a good point.
3 on the same squad makes it pretty easy to make that call.
You got a 40% chance right now, right?
Faceplant Outdoors says, go Dutch Girls. We agree. They're off to a hot start here so far tonight as they triple the Borgia Knights score here in the third quarter. Ellie Daniels looking to take it in. She finds Cam Caldwell with a 3, but she's a little long on that one. Had a cool angle there from Jansen Leb. Tyler Menz did a good job of staying on that Cam. Bryn gets a hand on that one, but Borgia is able to continue with the ball and actually go up and get the jumper there, making it 27-11.
I feel like sometimes the way some shots go up and they actually go in, I think it's a lot of luck. Not gonna lie. 100%. That looked more shot-putted than shot, but I mean it went in, so it went in. It works.
There clearly is skill to it, but yeah, sometimes.
Oh, there's a touch for it, for sure.
Just a small bit. Nothing major.
Same thing, I guess. Cam was unable to get that one to fall. Bryn's there to clean up the rebound.
Good hustle there by Bryn. Nice put back for 2 points.
That is one thing that you're never going to be able to say that she doesn't do. She's hustling all the time, feels like.
Oh, absolutely.
Borgia brings it up the court here.
I would say that you could say that about this whole Dutch girls team. I mean, they just go and go and go. I mean, some of these girls play a lot of minutes per night.
Push off there from Cam Novak, I think, is who they're going to call that on. 11. Yeah, that's Cam Novak. For me, though, Coach, and this is just me being a spectator, I just feel like I always see, especially on the defensive side or those loose ball things, I feel like I'm always seeing Bryn and I'm always seeing Cam Novak.
Yeah.
Those names just pop up a lot for me, it seems like.
I think they're just really good position-wise, so they're always in position to go get those things. 3 by number 21 right there on Borgia.
That's going to be Tatum Shear getting the 3 ball for the Borgia Knights. Ellie Daniels surveying the floor here. Moves it around. Cam Novak is going to draw the foul, and it is going to be a shooting foul. It's going to take her to the line for 2 shots. Cam Novak, I know she's gotten to the stripe at least once tonight. She hit both of her free throws on that journey. I believe that's the only time she's made it to the free throws line tonight. Is that right? She's 2 of 2 from that.
I believe you. I'm not sure.
She's had 5 points. She actually hit a 3-pointer, too. I remember that. I think she hit the first 3 points. She hit the first 3 points of the night.
Yeah, she did. Cut the lead from 4 to 1. And we went on that long run.
We had a 14-0 run. We had a 14-0 run in the first half, and we also had a 6-0 run at that point. Basketball's a game of runs, ladies and gentlemen.
And so far, the Dutch. Oh, Addie Mins.
Addie, yes!
2 defenders right there.
That's exactly what you want to see. Gets the offensive board on the missed free throw and then is able to go right back up with it.
For her second layup of the night.
And there's going to be a foul with a body there by Addie Mins. It's going to send Borgia to the line for 2 free throws.
I think if she just rotates there just a little bit earlier, I think she gets in a really good position there to contest that shot.
Yeah.
She's just a hair late on the rotation.
No, I mean, I'm extremely encouraged. It seems simple when you think about having somebody get the board underneath the rim and trying to go back up with it, but it's really a hard thing for a lot of people to do.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of times, I mean, you just have to have a lot of toughness. You got a lot of hands and stuff that you're fighting through, so to be able to go back up, it's not easy. As Borgia's not able to get the second one to fall. It's going to be Dutch girl ball after a big hustle play there from 32 from Borgia. Haley Vandera, her and Allie were both going for the ball. And it looks like Borgia is going to move to a full court press here. So the Dutch girls, we're going to get to see their ability to break that. With the speed of Allie, she does a great job of just blowing past it this time. If they're going to try to full court press us, they're going to have to cut off some of those lanes for Allie, as Cameron Novak has called for a travel here. The Dutch girls lead by 15. As Borgia tries to cut down on this lead here in the second half. They're going to lose the handle on that one. They got a 2-on-1, but she's got a wolf. Cameron is able to get the shot up, but unable to get it to fall. Addie Mins comes in and gets the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, I think.
Stay with the Dutch girls.
Stay with the Dutch girls this time.
I mean, Addie's just
hustle, too.
She's getting in there. She's not shy. She's just getting in there in all the hard areas and just having success.
Bryn Wright, play goes really exactly how they wanted to. Just Borgia did a good job of getting a hand on that shot as it went up. Bryn Wright, great track runner as well. Able to run down the floor with Kessler. Ball's going to stay with Borgia. That's another thing as I look at this squad out there. They've got, on the floor right now, they've got 3 fantastic track runners in Bryn Wright, Allie Daniels, and Cameron Novak. You're going to have a hard time outrunning this squad.
Oh, yeah.
Both, I think, members of all-state 800 teams or 400 teams or something.
Yeah, and a couple of cross-country runners in Allie and Bryn.
Yeah.
So endurance is there, too.
Yeah, Allie and Bryn were part of the third-place finishing all-state girls cross-country team this year. Very exciting time. I believe it's our first time ever having a girls team or even a boys team, I believe. podium at state as a team. We've had a lot of all-state runners, but never a team, I don't believe.
That's impressive. 3 by Novak.
Ooh, a little bit off the mark. That team was, of course, championed by Dutch girl all-time great Eileen Limberg, 4-time all-state athlete in cross country.
She's impressive.
She's unbelievable. She's a hard worker too, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
I got to be her 8th grade cross country coach, and my goodness, that girl never took a practice off.
My son ran in a turkey trot. However, it was very, very cold in town, and Eileen, Zach, and Abby were all there, all great cross country runners in their own right.
I'm not trying to cut you off here, Coach, but this is going to be that missed free throw that Addie Mims goes up and gets. You'll see Borgia is unable to box her out, and then she goes up and gets that rebound and puts it right back up for the 2 points.
And watching those 3 run in sub-freezing weather was pretty impressive. I mean, they didn't miss a beat off of their normal times.
One thing that's nuts to me, I don't know what time you're going to middle school now, so you don't see it, but I pull into school usually around 7:40, 7:35 or something like that, as we have to be here by 7:45 now.
So you gotten better about that over the couple of years?
Oh yeah. That's easy, man. Well, my kids go to school now, so I don't have to.
That's true.
Right. What sport did Coach Candrell do in high school? I think this is going to get a lot of people wrong. Cross country, football, rugby.
He played football.
Baseball.
I've seen it in his office.
I think the good distractor there is cross country. People would think he was a cross country runner, but he was not. He was a football player.
Football, basketball, and track, I believe, right? He was a 3-sporter, I know that.
Yes, that sounds right. He told me today, because I actually talked to him about this. He played baseball as a younger athlete, but did not play baseball in high school. But I've also seen Coach Candrell play slow pitch softball, and he's a pretty darn good outfielder. He can track down a lot of stuff.
Coach Candrell's just an athlete, even at his age.
Kessler gets that one to fall. She's
very good athlete. No full court press here. Brent has the ball, trying to find some space. But you got to get it across here.
Looks like we had a battery die down there for Jansen. Tyler, I'll take over that for you. You want to go run this battery down to him?
Good timeout utilization there by Coach Van Leer. The Dutchgirls were struggling to get the ball across half court right there.
It's like Jansen is struggling to get the battery out of this camera as he's now zooming on the Van Leers as they try to figure out this battery situation. We've got look at how many guys does it take to change a camera battery? I think Jansen doesn't know how to get the other one out. Oh lordy! All right, I'm gonna
for a 34 or 32 ACTer, Jansen is something.
Hell, I will. I'll go help them real quick.
No.
You got this.
We'll hold it.
Little carry. Oh. Going to go off Cam's leg there. It's going to be Borgia's ball. Just a little bit too long of a bounce pass there.
Yes. You left me up here. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Tyler, get a headset.
I think Tyler and Kylan having a headset is about the same. Dutchgirls get the steal there. Oh, great pass by Cameron Caldwell to Allie Daniels in the finish. Nice layup. Would hit that replay button there, Hunter. Number 14 for Borgia passes off to number 21. Hands the ball off to number 23. Good defense there by Allie. Number 14 has the ball picked up by Bryn.
Well, say something. The people want to hear you talk.
Oh. Tough foul right there. Looking like Cam's foot got stepped on as she was trying to step back and play defense. Calls her grab 35 just a little bit. Addie Mins comes into the game, checks in for Cameron Novak. And I believe that's Cameron Novak's third foul. That's why she comes out. Don't want her to foul out. 35 off inbound, just a little bit long, a little bit strong. 32 with the rebound. Number 32 gets called for the over-the-back violation. Dutchgirls ball. Looks like Borgia's still running into a full court press here. Allie cuts the defense nice. Swings it over to Laney. Laney, ooh, a little bit too strong there for Cameron. It'll be inbounded from number 32 to number 14 on Borgia. Bren picks up 14. .35 with the ball up top. Trying to drive. Some very nice defense there. Oh, good hands by Addie Mins. Oh, that is 100% off Borgia there. Off of her leg going out. But it's going to be ref calls it Borgia's ball down underneath the basket. Great hands there by Addie as the number 35 was spinning there. Oh, great job, Cam Caldwell. Oh. All 5'2" of her absolutely stuffing that ball back in the Borgia player face. Great defense there by Cam.
Cam's only 5'2", really? Seems
5'2", 5'3".
Tyler, say something.
I don't want to.
Hey, you talked. Proud of you.
Breathing heavily into the mic is not helping.
Not bad.
Hey, Liz, is Cam taller or shorter than you? Taller? How tall are you, 5'1"? And a half, I'm sorry. I didn't give you that extra half.
Anyone who hears... I don't even know. Anyone who hears heavy breathing, it's Tyler. I just want to make that perfectly clear. He said 2 words. I don't want to. He said 4 words.
I see you guys finally got Tyler on the mic.
I had to force him.
All right, did you get any replays there, Hunter?
I got 1.
You got 1 for sure.
Let's see what we did. I missed it.
Great pass from Cam Caldwell up to Allie Daniels for a nice finish. Another long pass from the Dutchgirls.
Yeah, that's a touchdown pass right there, Coach.
You missed it. We had some really good defense there in the half. We had
what a shot there from Jansen. Wow, I wish I kind of wasn't. Did you guys see that?
I did not.
He went behind the Dutch girl huddle there, give you a shot that you'd never see before. That's cool.
Oh, that's some
that was awesome, there. Actually.
In the third quarter.
You don't get that shot unless you have a video camera right behind the bench or you're standing there. Getting all kinds of views you don't normally see, guys. To the 42 viewers that we have right now, thank you for sticking with us. We appreciate you. We hope you guys have enjoyed the broadcast. Again, I feel
an offensive foul. Offensive ball foul on number 35. You know, words are hard, folks, sometimes.
That's true, that's true. Also feel the need to give a shout out again, one more time, to that logo you see down there in the bottom left, Bag 'em and Tag 'em, for all your sporting outdoor needs. Thank you for sponsoring this broadcast this evening.
Very much appreciated.
You can check them out on Facebook. They have a Facebook page. Jake Kelling, his daughter, plays on the JV basketball team.
That's cool.
Big feed up to Addie, who finds Cameron Novak.
Great feed right there.
I think they call that tic-tac-toe. Bing, bang, bong.
You're a weird guy, Mr. T.
That was some great passing right there. That was something that you'd see at a hockey game.
It really was. Yeah.
Long pass.
Tic-tac-toe is more of a hockey thing, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Got to cut her backside.
That was a good move there by number 21 by Borgia, Miss Tatum Shears. She's hit a few three-pointers this game as well. If anybody could help me from Borgia or Washington, is she related to the same Shears that were dominant in basketball?
Ooh, that's a long pass right there.
Around 2010 area.
Bren's got the ball, looking for somebody. Gives it over to Cam Caldwell. Caldwell gives it over to Daniels. Daniels gives back to Caldwell, over to Novak. Inside to Bren Wright. Oh, nice fake pass right there and goes up for
Draw the foul.
She's going to be shooting 2. I know we've mentioned a few times, but I'm really glad that Bren was able to shake off that little stinger that she got early in the game. And
it really put a damper on my mood for about 4 minutes.
It did.
Until she came back out.
Oh, hits the first free throw. She's one of those that's worked extremely hard through her rehab processes and
A lot of commitment there. A lot of commitment.
absolutely. She sinks both free throws. Oh, gotta get on defense.
Dutchgirls lead 38-19. Still double the score.
Travel.
Travel on Kessler. I'm going to tip my hat to Kessler. I know she's probably not having the night that she wants to have at this point with 5 points and 2 fouls, but she has the offense runs through her. She's going to have nights where she shoots way better than this.
Pass threaded through a needle right there.
Dutch girls have been good at contesting her opportunities. That's
Cam Caldwell 3. Yes.
My
Number 5 on the night. Number 5 on the night.
That is a lot of three-pointers. Bryn
Nice
comes up with a
defense
steal here. She's going to try to take it coast to coast herself. She's going to draw the foul.
You can see Coach Van Leer over there. He's telling her, hey,
Slow down.
hey, calm down. We need you for the rest of the season.
Bryn has a motor that does not know how to stop, Coach.
She doesn't know how to go. She doesn't know anything other than 135, 100, 200%.
Gets the first freebie to fall. And that now takes Bryn to 8 points on the evening.
I believe she's 5. I think she's 5 and 5.
At the free throw line.
I believe so.
And now she is 5 of 6.
5 or 6.
But she comes up with her own rebound.
Great hustle.
Gets it out to Cam.
Ooh, just out of the reach of Valley Daniels right
long.
there.
Good effort, though. I see Cam Ryerson coming in for Bryn now.
Now we got 60% Cams on the floor.
Yeah. I think you see Coach maybe trying to say the same thing you just said a second ago. Slow it down a little bit, Coach. Slow it down. Slow it down a little bit, Bryn. Dutch girls lead 42-19 here about midway through.
Oh, great defense there by
quarter.
Allie. Swats that ball.
Be a foul on the floor, and they're calling it on Addie, maybe? 15.
15.
Cameron Ryerson?
I'm assuming. I didn't think she was anywhere near that play.
I didn't either. I was thinking they maybe meant 13 Addie Men's at first, but it's going to be long. Try to throw it back in, but they're going to say she had her feet on the floor.
She did. It was on the tee down there on the floor. Dutchman. Oh, Dutch girl, sorry.
Lily Barker checks into the game for Cameron Caldwell. The Dutch girls up by 23 at this point. I think you're going to get to see some faces getting some varsity action now that maybe haven't had much opportunities in the past. This is Lily Barker's first year coming back to play. She played in the JV game earlier. She had taken a few years off herself. She inbounds it here. Allie's working hard to get some sort of separation here as Borgia is covering her pretty tightly. Feeds it down to Addie Menz. Surprised that was a foul personally. We're going to get a jump ball.
Ball's going to stay with the Dutch girls.
To the 46 people watching, we enjoy having you with us here tonight.
46.
Yeah, I definitely encourage people to come out and watch for themselves as well this year as Lenny Moss checks back into the game. It's going to be an exciting season for the Dutch girls basketball. If you're unable to make it, though, we will always take you in the broadcast. We appreciate you guys supporting the broadcast this evening. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds by Borgia. On a play like that, does time even elapse off the clock?
Depends on how fast your clock keeper is on the button.
Yeah, I guess a second could technically take off, but Lenny Moss comes off that. Oh, she gets fouled. She's going to go to the free throw line.
No, Coach, I really want to see the day where our student section is being very loud, very much into the game right now. But I would really like to see our student section actually take up
the whole section,
that entire section.
Pretty awesome.
I mean, I can't imagine what it would sound like then.
Loud.
I would hope so.
I think so. I can remember some times when I was in high school, back in my day, whenever
old man quote right there.
Yeah. The boys' basketball teams then were very, very good, and I got to experience some of that as a kid, so that was a lot of fun. Ellie Daniels works it up the floor. She's going to try to take it coast to coast herself. Let's stay with the Dutchgirls. She was blocked there by Miss Kessler. Got Hunter back. She's taking a break. Were the headphones hurting your ears?
No, my ears were just blocked.
Oh. Is it too loud for you? I can turn it down.
That's what I said, maybe.
Is that better? Should be a little bit quieter.
Can you turn it up just a little more now?
Oh my gosh. Listen to
This
it.
is going to be a move to the left. No. Back to the right. Up, down, and right back to where it was.
All right. So I think Kylan Minn's doing a good job here, showing our cheerleading squad this year. Getting the crowd excited. Cheerleaders are led by school counselor Raquel Bunton. This is Raquel's final year. She'll be retiring after this year. And speaking of which, I see another retiring teacher this year here in the stands. I can't get you a look on that, but I see Mrs. Whalen, and I also see Coach Ridenauer taking in the game tonight.
Also, just in front of Miss Whalen, you got Charlie.
Charlie Whalen, former Dutchman graduate, taking in the game tonight as well.
All-stater in a couple different sports, in track and football.
Absolutely. Allie's trying to find an open person. Got to get it in here soon. She finds Cameron Novak. I might just need to start calling her Novak.
That's why
Novak
I went to last names earlier, and it made it a lot easier.
Yeah, I guess I got to train my brain to think that.
Barker with the ball now. Inside to Ryerson. Goes up. I think there could have been a foul called there, but, it's late in the game.
Foul on the floor there foul on the shot by number 11, Novak.
21-point deficit here. Dutchgirls lead Borgia 42-21. About 4:30 left to go in the fourth quarter.
One thing that I will say, the high school's been here for a lot of years. Bruce Penites told me, Bruce Penites' first year announcing basketball, which would have been 20-something years ago, was the first year that this gymnasium was built. But when I see a shot like this, Coach, I do think we have a beautiful gymnasium here at the high school.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have a very well-maintained
facilities all around.
Absolutely. Our district does a really good job of that.
Absolutely. Had a lot of community support over the years.
Wolf.
So that's probably a spot where Allie is hoping her teammates can be yelling, people be yelling.
Yeah, I think she just lost track of the defender right there.
Yeah. Very sneaky. Very, very sneaky.
Swiper to swiping.
That's right. Swiper no swiping. Been a while since I heard that one.
You got little kids.
You guys are really old.
We haven't watched. That's Dora, right?
I think so. Yes, it is.
Dora the Explorer.
I love calling T old, and then when he calls himself old, I'm like, you're not even 40. Shut up.
That's true. I'm 33. Proud 33-year-old.
God, you're old.
33 years worth of wrinkles on this face.
Where?
You definitely count him on that one still shot you had earlier on the camera.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 35 gets that one to fall for her 7th point of the night. Cam Caldwell is leading the Dutchgirls in scoring tonight with 19 points.
Despite the age, though, ladies and gentlemen, I need it to be a known fact that if Coach Kip and I got into a strike throwing competition, I would still win.
False.
Here we go.
This is factual.
Guys,
the last time we had a scrimmage, me versus him on the mound, I want everyone to know that my team did win, and I did not give up a home run. Silence.
I'm trying to think what.
It was Ethan Reed. Hit one into the creek off you. Oh, Bryn tried to save it, but they're going to say her foot was on the ground.
He did.
T.
Shout out to Ethan
I
Reed.
need you alive.
I'm good, man. I do need this cough to go away, though.
I agree. I second that. My cough needs to go away, too. Maybe we can get rid of our coughs together.
That would be awesome. To be fair, I have to admit that I was pitching to the JV squad, and Coach Kemp was pitching to the varsity squad. And we had a pretty saucy varsity squad that year.
I mean, just saying, if we put a velo limit on our floor, 70 miles an hour, none of your pitches would count.
It's going to be Dutch girl ball. Good move there by Allie. Yeah, I'm not known for throwing hard, but
You guys are a really weird duo. You know that?
yeah,
We're a fun duo.
You should see us out of
coaching together. Good times. Hopefully someday we'll get to do it again. Allie Daniels trying to beat the full court press, and they do. Just under 3 minutes left in the game here as the Dutch Girls lead by 21. No, 19.
I was really hoping for an Addie Men's 3
18.
right there.
17. Sorry.
Allie Daniels number for a 3.
Free ball by Allie.
Brings her point total to 5 tonight. Brings the Dutch Girls lead back to 20 points. We are leading 45 to 25.
Even if Allie's point total is not climbing, she impacts the game in so many ways.
With her defense, her hustle.
Facilitating.
Absolutely.
She's the one bringing the ball to the court most of the time.
Rebounds.
We'll go ahead and take a look at her 3 ball here, as I just got the replay of that.
Very, very much an all-around player.
Yes. She's going to hit everything on the stat sheet.
As our Dutch Girls team is, we have a lot of really good all-around players. On the offensive side, they can do a couple different things. On the defensive side, they play hard, they hustle.
I think that's what's going to keep you competitive in all games. That's what you need, a balanced team.
Yeah, even whenever we give up a little bit of size like we're doing tonight. But, I mean, even so, number 35 is listed at 6 feet tall. And we are having Cameron Novak, who is listed at 5'7". She's been guarding her the majority of the night and really doing a really good job of contesting a lot of her shots.
That is true. That is true. Cameron plays very great defense.
Her vertical definitely helps, though. I mean, she has a great vertical.
She does. While we're on the topic of heights, people at home might be wondering, the tallest girl that the Dutch Girls have this year is Addie Menz, listed at 5'10". And then after her, we've got Piper Kelling at 5'9". She's a freshman. And then Jenna Breedlove, who's not able to play tonight. Her and Cameron Novak are both listed at 5'7", along with Cameron Ryerson. So,
and hopefully, Kelling can grow a little bit and get up to that, right around that 6 foot or even above.
yeah, just a freshman. I'm excited to see what her high school path looks like, really. And really, after this year, not to get really ahead of ourselves here, but as the final 2 minutes, it slows down a little bit. This is that Essence Escueda that played in the JV game. But as we even look ahead, to subsequent years, which seems silly to do in the first home game of the season, but with seniors this year, we got 5 seniors that are going to be graduating, and
quite a few freshmen.
That's what I was just ready to say. The freshman squad looks really, really strong in my opinion. So my hope is that these freshman girls just absorb everything they can from this senior squad that they got this year. I mean, they're going to be carry the torch for those sophomores and juniors in the coming years.
And just so we can go back to the strike throwing competition, I did go play college baseball and had a very successful career. So
that is true.
Tyler saying that he can throw more strikes than me is just completely false.
Hey, listen.
Wait,
I mean,
what was that one box of cereal you were on, though? Was he ever on a box of cereal? No. You win.
I
can't defy that logic. I also don't know what box of cereal I was on, but I like to think
that's what I was wondering, too.
Box in your room. It's got you in the baseball position.
That is Mark McGuire.
Looks like you enough. It's fine.
Jeez, dude.
Oh, my.
See,
I figured he created his own box and created it.
That would be something I would do.
That's what I'm saying.
That is legitimately something that sounds like I would do.
See,
that.
you guys are hating on me saying all these questions is bad, but
it is hilarious that you
people at home are
mistake.
Enjoying this right now. I promise you.
I think the people at home who
Cam
know
Caldwell 3. Oh,
Unable to
almost
get that
for 6 of the night.
I think the people at home who know anything what I look like, and then they hear that you mix me up with Mark McGuire, are probably getting a pretty good laugh out of it.
3 by number 1 for Borgia.
I'll take it.
Not giving up here.
I'll take it.
Still go with the press. Long pass finds Addie over to Novak. Kylie Reed's in now. Kylie's a little bit of a shooter herself.
Allie with the free ball, just a little bit off.
A little bit off to the left.
Minute left. Minute 16 left.
3 by number 1. Was number 1 been playing this whole time?
No, I think she has entered the game. I think she played in the JV game.
Okay. I think she needs a couple more
No, she
minutes.
definitely did not play in the JV game. She's not listed on the JV roster. That's
Okay.
Taylor Shear. So, okay.
That's like her 5th.
There's Taylor Shear and there's Tatum Shear. So they have 2 Shears right now.
Ironic.
I always think it's really cool when either siblings or cousins get to play on the same squad. I talked about that so much last year when we had Allie and Emma.
Is 21 a shear?
21, yeah, that's Tatum shear, and then 1 is Taylor shear.
Okay, so they have 5 threes combined between the two of them. Because 21 has 9 points, and then 1 has 2 threes right there.
I'm telling you, I remember
She has,
shear.
she has 4 fouls, so I assume she's been playing quite a bit. I think she needs to get the ball a little bit more on the perimeter, based on what we saw the last 2 minutes. Foul there on the floor. Allie's going to the line for 2 shots. We're about to have almost a large substitution. We got Abby Palacio, we got Lily Barker, Lainey Moss, and I'm sorry, I do not know the freshman.
Cabrin Kelly.
Cabrin Kelly about to check in here for the Dutchgirls.
The people that are checking are going to receive a large applause from the home crowd here.
And then Abby is waiting to check in for Allie, the shooter.
You know, even if it's the end of a game like this, as a freshman, that's got to be a pretty exciting moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Allie knocked down her first.
As soon as this game is over, I will try to get the highlights put together for you all really quickly.
Allie makes a second.
And while I'm doing that, we might try to get a few girls up here for post-game interviews. I'm thinking probably...
I like Cam, Allie, Bryn for sure.
Addie had a pretty exciting night, in my
Absolutely. For her first game, home game.
Really, you could do it with any of those seniors, I feel like.
Maybe we try to get all of them.
It's going to be on the line. 27-31 as the Dutch girls look to inbound it here. Abby Q receives the inbound. She brings it up the floor. She's going to find Lainey Moss. Just going to let the clock run out here. Ends the game with the score in favor of the Dutch girls, 47-31. So, ladies and gentlemen, we get to see first home game result in a win here for the Dutch girls. Tomorrow, as you can hear Coach Dave over the inner PA say that tomorrow both the Dutch girls and the Dutch men will be playing at Mizzou Arena.
Tomorrow,
yes. So the Dutch girls play first. They'll be taking on Fatima. I get to drive the pet bus for that, so I'm pretty excited to go see it. And then after that, the boys will get to play against Lynn. And I think we're going to be home before like 4 or 5. It's going to be an early day as they play earlier in the day.
That's awesome.
And then I will make a note. I really wanted to broadcast that, and we reached out to the Mizzou rep, and unfortunately we cannot broadcast it. I can film it, so I'll be filming both games on cameras and then posting at a later date. So unfortunately, can't do a live broadcast inside Mizzou Arena, but we can film. So that's what that's going to look like. With that said, Coach, I'll let you start talking here. And gentlemen, thank you so much.
Just before you go to get these, I do have an umpire for our strike throwing competition, and they got winner. It's Brandon Howard. Brandon Howard wants in.
Oh, Brandon Howard. Brandon was a pretty good pitcher in high school, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Real quick, gentlemen, let's get in here real quick. I want to give you guys another shout-out. As we're doing that, shout-out to Jake Kelling and Bag 'em and Tag 'em. Again, getting to be sponsor on this Dutch girl victory tonight. Very thankful for the help. 3 gentlemen that you see right here are going to be Hunter Bombach on the far left, Tyler Menz in the middle, and Kylan Menz on the right. And then coming up right now, who is working one of the floor cameras in the blue hoodie, Mr. Ethan Bruce. We'll hold as we've got Jansen Leb making his way up. He was running the other floor cam. We showed him a few times tonight on cam as well. But these things just simply could not happen without the student participation, making them happen. To everyone who has supported TV Studio in the community, we can't really be more thankful. Without the support, this really isn't possible. It takes a lot of equipment to be able to pull it off. And the more equipment that we have, the more students that we're able to have participate in the process. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to switch sides here. You see me move across. So we can get Jansen on here real quick so you can see Jansen Leb as well. Jansen, a senior, member of the Dutchman basketball team. 3 of these guys got out of basketball practice. Jansen in the yellow hoodie here. Give him a wave, Jansen.
Jansen, wave. Wave, Jansen.
Jansen.
Hand.
Three of these guys. Thank you, Ethan. We appreciate you. Three guys in the center here you saw. They just got out of basketball practice and came and helped out with the broadcast tonight. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you.
I am also here.
And Hunter Bombach. Did I?
Bro, you didn't even ask me how my day was. You asked everybody else up here except me.
Hunter, how was your day, man?
I'm not telling you now. 4 hours.
Hunter Bombach providing the commentary tonight, giving us some things to laugh at, and did a great job on the scoreboard and on the commentary. So thank you, Hunter, for being up here tonight as well. I'm going to get these highlights together. You guys are free to go. We'll clean it up from here. Thank you very much. Coach Kemp, do you want to give any insight on what you saw tonight?
I saw a lot of really good ball movement, some really good shooting from a lot of the girls. I mean, we took what the defense gave us and took some easy layups, took advantage of a zone that was being played on us during the second quarter. Really racked up some points there on a big run. All in all, a lot of really good things from the Dutch girls. Going to be a very exciting season going forward.
Couldn't agree more, Coach. Couldn't agree more. It's going to take me a moment here to chop this up. And we will get some of the girls. Maybe I don't do all of them tonight. That's fine. Get to see some of the highlights from the game here for those that stick around. Also, if you stuck around with us this entire time, feel free to chime in on the chat. And honestly, this game is a little bit tough. They scored so much. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get all of it.
Should we send Liz down to the locker room, see if we can get a couple of them?
I sent Tyler and
Tyler's
Tyler.
down
They're
there?
going to
Okay.
go down there and get some. I'm going to give you guys some of the highlights that we got here, the ones I already trimmed up. But you're not going to get to see all of them because, well,
There's just too many.
there's just too many. We just
It's a good
don't have any
problem.
points.
problem.
Yeah, that is a good problem to have. But I will store them, and I'll have. I would say I'd have one of my TV studio students edit it up tomorrow, but that's really not feasible either because I won't be here because I'm going to be driving that pet bus, like I said earlier. If you're interested, you can go online, purchase tickets to see the boys and the girls at Mizzou Arena tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting opportunity for all those kids to get to play on a collegiate court. I know I would have loved to be able to do that whenever I was in high school. This is our last live broadcast for this week. The Dutch men basketball team plays again at home against California next week. So I know that we will have at least one more live broadcast, I believe. I don't believe that one has been sponsored yet. So as long as we get a sponsor, we will live broadcast that one. If we don't, then we'll take a night off, which is also fine. But then we won't be back to broadcasting until we get back from Christmas break. For anybody who's curious, we have school the rest of this week. So we go Thursday and Friday. And then we come back next week with Monday, a normal day of class. Tuesday and Wednesday are finals days here at OHS for first semester. And then Thursday is the last day of school this semester. And it's also used as a makeup finals day for anybody that misses on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I got the highlights here for you. And they're playing on the screen now, so we'll talk through these.
With the last
my God! For lead, looking to build upon that lead. Cameron Caldwell gets it off. She had, what, 5?
I believe so, yes.
Cameron's going to get a shot off here with a mid-range jumper that we saw. Oh, Cam Caldwell with a shot and a 3 again.
So I think she hit 4 in that.
Caldwell,
with
another
right there.
Cameron Caldwell was left open. What are you doing?
I think
17. That's
Allie
Allie.
Daniels. That was Allie, yes.
So that's all I had there. I didn't have time to chop the other ones up, but as you can see, the Dutchman sharpshooters were out in full force tonight, knocking down some threes. We'll wait another minute here. It looks like Tyler Mins is trying to talk Addie into coming up for a quick interview, and here she comes. So we're going to have at least one interview here tonight.
She looks very thrilled.
She looks very tired, too. She's got to give some hugs to some youngsters out here. Let's see if we can turn this way. We'll do this. I always feel like this works a little bit better. See Liz up here with us as well. We'll get her a headset. Coach, could you hold one of those to hand to her? Oh, we got that one right there, ready at hand. That's how we'll end this one out tonight.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Hey.
Hi.
Look at you, basketball player.
All right.
Imagine what you could be if you played all 4 years. Unfortunately, you had the ACL injury in the freshman year, but
Yeah.
All right.
It's
So,
okay, I'm over it.
as you showed tonight.
first off, congratulations on a great game tonight.
Thank
Has to
you.
feel good to win the first home game of the season, especially
Yes.
against rival Borgia.
It feels great. I hate Borgia. Absolutely despise Borgia.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier broadcast. I think they're a much bigger rival to us than we are to them. But it is always fun to get to beat a private school. I will agree with that.
Yes.
We want to wish Borgia good luck the rest of the season for sure. But it was fun to get the victory here at home tonight. So Addie, Coach Kemp kind of alluded to it already. You got to come back and play this year. What is it like to get back out on the court and play basketball again?
It's kind of scary, especially after the ACL tear. I'm always scared with every step that it's going to happen again.
Sure.
But it actually feels really good to get back into the sport that I loved all my elementary school years. It was a long time ago, and it just felt great to play with those same girls.
Absolutely.
Down low, you looked great. You got a couple rebounds early, and you didn't hesitate. You went right back up with it. I like the confidence, and I'm really glad to see that you didn't have any hesitation in there.
I think that's definitely gotten better as, we've played a few games, so I've gotten back into my groove a little bit, but I'm definitely more aggressive than I was. So I think that helped.
I'm excited to see the rest of the year as you progress.
Thank you.
As we were watching, we were bragging on you quite a lot because it seems like an easy thing to say, but to see somebody be able to come down with a rebound and go right back up with it is not such an easy thing to do. What is it like when you got all those hands around you? How do you force yourself to be able to go do that?
It's kind of scary. I'm worried that I'm always going to hit somebody and, hurt them instead of myself. I'm always one that cares more about the other person. But I kind of just don't think about it in the moment other than just go up.
Absolutely. And tonight, you did a really great job against their big Kessler, Sydney Kessler, number 35.
Yeah, I wasn't against her as much, but I helped Cam a little bit.
So Cam Novak was matched
Yes.
up with her mostly.
Yes.
Which was very impressive because there's definitely a size differential there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she was bigger than anybody on our squad, but, I feel like a lot of their offense ran through her, but you guys were able to do a good job of not allowing too much offense from her tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think she was one of their bigger scorers, so we kind of tracked down on her and made sure she didn't get scored more than anybody else.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the first win at home. Super excited to see you playing basketball again, and just excited for the year in general. Last thing before you go, what are your thoughts getting ready to go play at Mizzou Arena tomorrow?
I'm actually really scared, but I'm also really excited. I mean, it'll be a first for me. The other girls did it last year, but it'll be a first for me, so I'm kind of excited to get back to where they were last year.
Well, soak it in and enjoy every moment tomorrow.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate you. All right, it looks like we also have Cam Caldwell up here. We'll have her jump on here in just a moment. But great to hear from Addie. Did a great job tonight, and excited to get to see her play all throughout the year.
That's all right. She was sweaty too.
And it looks like, Cam, first off, you guys have really retained the viewership. We got 30 viewers still watching right now live.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
they were sticking around for the interviews tonight. Super exciting game. So first off, I want to say congratulations on a great win.
Thank you.
First game at home. I'm sure that had to feel really good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good to finally have a home game.
As I was working on the hype video that played, I got to go through some of those 3 shots that you made last year, and we were talking about the Aurora game and how much fun that was to watch. And you really just picked up right where you left off. I think it was the second quarter. You got an extremely hot hand. How did it feel to be able to see those shots falling early on?
Really good. I had a rough game in St. Clair, so it was good to see a few go down finally.
I think and when you're a shooter, which I think it's fair to call you a shooter, when you're a shooter, I feel like even when you have those tough times, you just have to keep shooting. How do you, when you are not getting shots to fall, what is it like trying to find that bucket again?
Sometimes it's a little frustrating, but then I just have to remember, I put up so many shots, and then Papa John's like, you're just going to make the next one. You're going to make the next one. I'm like, I'm going to make the next one. And then I made it. So.
I saw you hesitate after you missed one early in the first quarter. I saw you hesitate on one and then ended up passing it down low. I saw him telling you to shoot the ball.
Yeah, I get bad about that, about passing it up after I miss one, but I need to get better, but we'll get there.
Well, you had a great night shooting tonight, and one thing I want to talk about, we just had Addie on. Obviously, you had a great squad last year, but you got a great squad this year, too. What is this version of the Dutch Girls squad like versus last year?
We're definitely new. Like, it's good to have old people back, but I think we're getting there.
Absolutely. And, classmate you got to grow up and play basketball with early on, Addie Mins. What's it like getting to have another big on the floor?
It's great to have her back. We've all been begging her for years, and she finally decided to show up, which I'll take it.
Yes.
And she's like, again, she's 6'3" or whatever. Like, that's nice.
Yes.
She does not like being called 6 foot.
Oh, no, she hates it. She's like, no, I'm like 5'11".
Yeah,
I'm like,
she
that's
always
6 foot.
downplays it. Yeah.
Yes.
I think, what'd you have, 5 tonight, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a great night. Last question we'll have here, and then we'll get Brent on. You're getting ready to go play at Mizzou Arena. That's old news for you now. What's the excitement like getting to go play there again tomorrow?
I'm excited to go back. It's kind of bringing back all the memories, and it feels just like the Final Four again, so I'm ready to go.
Is it hard to shoot there comparatively to a high school gym because there's so much open space behind the basket?
In the Final Four, it wasn't, but last year when we played the Norm Stewart, yeah, definitely. Okay. Like, it got us all. We all, in the line being farther back, we were all not used to it at all, but hopefully not tomorrow.
Well, go home, get a good night's sleep, and we're excited to get to see you play tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
See you, Cam.
All right, that was Cameron Caldwell, and we will have one more interview here. You can see her on the side of the screen. She's getting her headset on now. That is Miss Bryn Wright.
You ever done this before? It's a lot of fun.
You've never done an interview at the end of
I've never played here before.
Oh, well, we have a first-time player here, guys. Yeah. I feel like she's done everything that you could possibly do, but we are super excited to have you on, Bryn. Bryn.
We talked about you the whole night about how excited we were for you to, after everything you've been through with all the surgeries, all the recovery, all the rehab, just how exciting it was and how awesome it was to see you out on the court, flying up and down and doing what you love.
Yeah, it was exciting for me too. I mean, like I said, haven't played here before. It was very nerve-wracking. I had to listen to some motivational videos before the game. Because I've never played in like a crowd this big either.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, so in the first quarter, you got some points on the board in the first quarter tonight. Did it feel like a relief getting the first bucket to go, or was it just getting on the floor was the relief?
Getting on the floor was a relief, but my focus lately has been scoring. I've been frustrated in myself, so scoring was the bigger relief today, but I'm grateful every day to be able to play.
Absolutely. I'm sure you have a whole different perspective than probably some of your teammates or even people that you know have, because you've seen the other side of it.
I know you said your focus was on scoring the last couple of days, but you played some really, really good defense tonight.
Thank you. Defense has always come naturally to me, so.
Yeah, you just fly all over the place.
So speaking of that, I made a couple comments tonight. I feel like whenever we're watching the game, the names that pop up a lot, just because they're always around the ball, it seems to be you and Cameron Novak. Is it a combination of you putting yourself in a good position? Is it a combination of hustle? How are you always around the ball, it seems like?
I think Kim and I just see a loose ball, and we're like, kind of like a dog and a squirrel, like, oh. It's like, ball.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Lay it on the line.
Yeah, we just want it.
There you go, little kids watching. Just go for it. Go for it, right?
All right, so we have to ask, and you gave us all a heart attack in the second quarter.
Our hearts absolutely
If you go back and rewatch the broadcast, we were kind of at a loss of words for a moment. We were like, so what happened? And we were happy to see you get back to the bench with smiles. That's what we really wanted to see.
Yeah.
How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. It's a little sore. So what happened is me and another girl went after the ball and kind of tugged on it at the same time, and my shoulder felt like it popped out, but it didn't because my last surgery prevents it from popping out that way. But the way my bones hit, it just felt like
it
really
scared you.
hard, and it scared me, yeah. But that's, yeah. I get scared a lot with my shoulder.
Oh, you scared us. Don't worry. We were very, very concerned. It was like Coach C said. It was a loss for words there for a minute. We were really happy to see you come back onto the bench and after a few minutes start smiling and then getting back into the game and being able to play the rest of the game. That felt really good to watch.
Yeah. After like a minute or two, I was like, okay, I'm good. Just play for fun. Don't play to get hurt.
Yeah, don't ever play to get hurt. Don't do that.
Well, obviously, I mean, like, play not to get hurt.
Yeah.
Next thing I want to say is you got to go on that run with the girls last year, and you got to see all of that transpire. But tomorrow, you get to go to Mizzou Arena and play in Mizzou Arena. I see a giant smile on your face, and there should be one. How excited are you for tomorrow?
As excited as I was for my first game. Like, I just love playing the game so much. I don't know. Just the atmosphere is going to be so cool.
Well, I'm very excited for you. I don't want to hold you up any longer. Coach Kemp, do you have anything else?
No, hey, go enjoy this night with your family, and looking forward to seeing you play the rest of the year.
Get a good night's sleep, and we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, 10:30.
See you later, Bryn.
See ya.
Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Bryn.
Real quick here, I want to grab Coach Dave. Coach Dave, jump on here.
Coach Dave.
Coach Dave had his debut this season.
Hey, this is more natural, man. This feels so much better.
How was your first game?
Okay, so I was looking at my heart rate, and Mr. T knows that when we play board games together, I can feel it pumping through my chest, and I get really nervous, really anxiety filled. And I was running 110 to 120 the entire game.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's like a workout.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was interesting. I think I want to talk to you about trying to figure out how to make myself a little louder, if it's a tweak on the mic or if it's a tweak on the system. But it was fun. Bruce Panites, props to you, my friend. That job is absolutely, it's amazing, but it is so stressful. You're trying to figure out when to make a call. In the beginning, I was trying not to hold the refs up. I was making a call, and while he was making a call, and I was like, okay, if I announce too long, that's going to hold the game up. So I was kind of rushing through, and then I realized, dude, just breathe, slow down. I had Robin and Dale Tyree there talking to me. Gail Hinch was giving me some pointers. My mom told me I was way too quiet. I started
something that you don't get told very often.
I know. So I was just really nervous about being too loud. So ultimately, I got to call a really good game as a PA announcer instead of a play-by-play guy. Very different shoes on my feet, but I mean, it's still great being able to do that. Like the lineup, that was that was my favorite thing. And I told the girls, I said, give me some information, because when I get there to sit down, there's nothing except like a kind of little bullet point thing that Coach Johnson leaves, and I'm like, man, I could kind of just do whatever I want. So I'd done some research on a couple lineups and like how they do their announcing, and it was really cool. And I was like, girls, give me something creative if you want. And they really didn't yet, but Bryn sometimes has a nickname, sometimes doesn't. Allie's, they call her Alley Cat, but I've never called her Alley Cat. I've called her Big Al, so I kind of threw that one in. And they call Cam Rosie. I've never called Cam Rosie, so I feel
It's her cheeks.
Yeah, and you can see it, but I'm waiting for them to kind of give me a little bit more playful banter to be able to throw out. I think that'll be fun, and I get to do the announcing for homecoming, which
exciting.
There's a lot of pressure involved there. So
A lot of people.
Yeah, just ask me what my heart rate is afterwards. I'll come up here and check in with you guys.
I think we need a live Coach Dave.
Yeah, just a
heart rate
Coach
monitor.
Dave feed. Yeah.
Heart rate monitor on the screen at all times, so we
You
can
guys
see it going
want,
up and down.
Let's do it.
I'm kind of jealous. I need to get like a little walking treadmill up here because I ain't burning no calories.
Yeah.
I ain't getting nothing done.
I'm not saying it's healthy, dude. I'm not saying it's healthy, but it was fun. It was a blast. So I hope you guys had fun. That was a great game to call.
It was.
We didn't squeak the win out, but the win against St. Clair that I did the other night, it was sloppy and ugly. And the game against Helias was sloppy and ugly, and we lost by 2, I believe. And so both of those games, it was tough to watch and like really be a cheerleader for. But tonight, everything was really going our way. It was pretty clean calling game by the officials. I didn't really think there was too much of bad officiating, and there wasn't really any massive hacks or dangerous plays. Bryn made us all a little scared there for a bit.
Oh yeah, she did.
I think everybody holds their breath anytime Bryn gets into the lane, does anything where she goes to the floor. And I've got a little bit of connection. I've been coaching her for 2 years in track, and so every time I see her go down, I'm like 4x8, 4x8, 4x8. and then as soon as I'm done thinking that, I'm like basketball. I'm like, come on, Bryn, you got to stay up. And Addie Min's down there. She had a bum knee at one point in time, and so you got to watch that. And she's had some ankle issues here, so it's a blast though. I love this, and I'm going to drive the girls tomorrow morning at 7:45.
There you go.
All right, I do have one question for you, and then we'll end this thing here so we can go home.
Yes, sir.
And that is, nobody is, other than the coaches and the players, is seeing the Dutch girls basketball team more than you are, because you drive the bus, and then you also you don't miss a game. You're
Right.
at every single game.
Right.
So what should the viewers at home or the viewers that come out and watch, we always encourage you to come out and watch for sure, but what should the viewers expect from this season based on what you've seen so far?
So What I see is a lot of, like, this varsity group has a lot of aggression to them, and when they control that aggression, it's beautiful. We've got great shots. Some of us are still trying to find our shot with the post presence of Addie Mins, and the way a 5'7" Cam Novak plays like a 5'9", 5'10" girl, that adds a post presence. And last year, you know, she didn't play until we got back from Christmas. Right, you got to remember that. So she came off of a torn quad or a bad quad, and I mean, she has made it back, and she just plays ferociously down low. When I watched that game against St. Clair, there was maybe 3 inlet passes to the paint the entire night. So I think you're going to watch a lot of strong defense. You're going to watch Allie being that floor general we talked about last year, really running it. And then one thing I'm seeing from like that JV squad, Abby Colosio is going to find her way to a point guard role, and then Lily Barker is one of the most impressive, aggressive people I've met. And I had a nice conversation with her at the end of the day today, and it's a matter of Lily realizing how strong and great she can be. She's going to be great. And Bryn, right, we're waiting on her to find that shot. You know, find the reason why you love basketball. She loves to win. She loves ball, though. And I think when she gets that defensive to start letting the offensive show up, that game's, I mean, we're going to have 3 or 4 scorers out on the court instead of 1 or 2. And right now, you know, a lot of teams are going to go triangle and 2 on us, probably, because we got 2 really hot hands with Allie and Cam. So that's the one thing that sucks about watching these girls play, is that a lot of people play us in zone. And you guys know as well as I do, zone's boring. Yeah. But it's effective. But if we can keep scoring outside the big 2, then you're going to have to play us man, and we're gonna run it on you. So I'm excited to watch, and I can't wait for tomorrow. And then, you know, next week we go to Sullivan, where we lost in a triple overtime against St. James, and we're ready to go back there. I can't remember who we play first round, but we'll play first round on Monday at, I believe, 7 or 6:30, something like that. 7 maybe. I can't remember. Then we'll play Wednesday, hopefully for a semifinal game, and then we'll play on Saturday, hopefully at 2:15, or the bus will leave at 2:15 or 4:45, and I hope it's 4:45 because I believe that means we go for a championship. So I'm really excited.
I think this team has the opportunity and the ability to score regardless of what kind of defense the other team plays, whether it be in man or zone. Because if they sit back in zone, that leaves Cam. You move the ball around enough, you get Cam and Allie, who are pretty deadly from 3.
Yes.
And then if you play zone, or if you play man, we got some really good slashers. Allie did it a lot today, but also whenever the defense collapses on her, driving, pushes out to the corner or the wing. And we got a couple other shooters, including Cam. We got Bryn, who wasn't afraid to shoot up. I think Cam Novak had 2 threes.
Cam Novak's been shooting the 3 really well, becoming that third scorer, really. And then Cam Ryerson knocked in a couple threes already this season. Lainey Moss can shoot one. I mean, there was a couple last year during that playoff run where, you know, we needed Lainey Moss to knock in a 3, and she was able to. So,
yeah.
And Addie Mins coming in, she's slowly getting more moves and getting more conditioned to basketball speed. You know, no offense to volleyball, but you don't. I haven't played volleyball competitively, but there's just not as much court to cover. So I can only imagine that you don't have to be as physically conditioned. Not saying you don't have to be conditioned. I'm not trying to say that at all.
It's just a different kind of conditioning.
Right. Like, I don't expect you guys to be able to go run a 5K.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah.
But Addie's getting those ball skills, and as the 5'10" player we got, like, we get a post player inside. Now, all of a sudden, like you said, we start playing high-low or start playing in-out and kicking it back out.
Addie, whenever she was in, she did a great job. I would imagine she had 6 or 7 rebounds tonight.
Yeah.
And we noted it whenever she was up here and throughout the broadcast that she was not afraid to get that ball, the rebound, and then go right back up.
Yes.
So
when do you see that in high school ball? Like high school girl ball, everybody looks to kick out, and it's down here where I can play with that. Get it out.
Yep.
Agreed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave it with that.
You're the sign-off guy because the last 2 times we didn't really know what to do on sign-off. So you got
so
sign-off
we really tried during football season last year to try doing the Pat McAfee, but I don't think we should do the Pat McAfee anymore. He's kind of a little bit more of a hot-button topic that
He's a
high
little
school
edgy.
communities might not really like it. So I don't know what our sign-off should be, but you guys are holding down the fort. I'm really impressed with you. So let's do team on 3 because we're really good at that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you want to do it?
Put it in here.
All right, team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you. We won't have another broadcast this week, but there's likely a broadcast next week if we get a sponsor for the boys basketball game against California.